Hello, 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 hello. Incredible greetings. Incredible greetings, everyone. Incredible greetings. How are you guys doing? All right. All right, let's see how this algorithm is going to how this whole thing is going to play out. I just made a little post that got a lot of traction. Let's see what this one does. Now that I am actually live to teach and do some things, let's see if this gets the same kind of love. I wonder. Will this video get the same kind of love? Let's see if it will have the same traction as that other post did. That was a little clickbaitish. I'm not gonna lie, it really was, because I know what gets the needle moving on Facebook. So let's see here. We're going to go ahead and drop this. How are you guys doing this evening? All right. All right, let's see. Let's see what these numbers looking like. If it's the same way this post was over here jumping over the thought of there being some drama. Am I the drama? Am I the drama? I'm not the drama. Am I the drama? All right, let's switch over real quick so that we can share this out from the business page as well. How are you guys doing? Drop a hey, how you doing as you come in. Let me know where you are watching from. Let me know where you are watching from. All right, I'm almost done sharing this out, so bear with me. Okay, there we go. We are all shared out. Let me switch back over to my regular Facebook page Oh, come on. These numbers are still looking the same. All those people that drop, if you drop the one on the post, put a one over here as well. Only if you are here. If you saw my other post and you dropped the one on that post, I want to see your one over here too. Okay. All right. Let's get over here. Let me go find my post that I did that everybody was commenting their ones on. All right, let's see. Let's see here. No one says stop that. No one says see him. Free to run around all day. Free to do it all my way. I think it's time that you and I arrange the heart. Kings don't need advice from little hornbills for a start. If this is where the monarchy is headed, count me out. Out of service, out of Africa, I wouldn't hang about. This child is getting wildly out of way. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Okay, let's see. We're gonna go ahead and comment. Everybody that put a one, I should see over here. I should see everybody in their mama that dropped a one over here, over here, over here. And I'm about to reply to all of them too. Yep, and is. Everybody that dropped a one on this post, I'm about to comment back to every single person that commented with your little nosy tails. Oh, y'all so nosy. Y'all thought something was about to go down. I was about to bring some crap. Y'all know y'all was expecting some crap drama. I know it. Y'all like to jump on the crap. Y'all love the crap. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I like it too. Because, baby, I laugh at it. Okay? I do. And be all up in them folks' business. And do. But now I won't have no drama tonight. Only knowledge and education. I'm going to share with you guys some of my favorite things to do. Some of my little, you're my little secret. And that's how we keep it. You should never let them know, never let it show. If you know, like I know, don't sleep on silhouette. Okay, I think Facebook kind of got tired of me commenting a bunch of different times. I think they may have just blocked my things because it's just spinning and spinning and spinning. We're gonna see. Okay, so let's go back over here. You nosy. Y'all was nosy. You nosy. Touch your nose. Touch your nose because you're nosy. But I hopefully, even though I'm not going to give you no craft drama, you will stick around because it's the drama of it all of Silhouette Studio. I'm telling y'all, like you can do some things. You can do some things. I'm going to show you a little bit. I am going to show you a little bit of Canva. Just a little bit, a little smidget, a little snippet of some Canva. We're going to go into Silhouette because the file came from Canva into Silhouette. So one thing we're going to show, it started in Canva and then I brought it over to Silhouette. But there are some things that I really want to go over. Just in like how it's a great teaching moment. I made sure I asked first. I was like, hey, can I utilize this as a teaching moment for my platform? And they were like, sure, go ahead. So it's gonna be some good stuff. This lesson is coming from an actual order that I had to work on. So these are things that you may come across as well, whether you are doing this for personal, if you have a business and you're not designing everything and they're sending you different things, you want to know, or even if like you are designing it yourself, you want to know these things that you are designing them correctly. Okay. So, did I share it? I don't remember if I shared it over here in Crafting Babes. I don't know. You don't know. You don't know. But let me share it just in case. Let me share it just in case I didn't share it. They'll only approve one, but okay, so all right, there we go. So I shared that all out. Okay. All right, so there we go. Now I'm all shared out. Official introductions, and we're going to get into this. Incredible greetings. I am Shakia, the professor of HS Inc. 365. We are the home of the Honestly Speaking brand of products. We carry the absolute best sublimation paper and ink. And we also teach all things creative, everything from Silhouette, Canva, Photoshop, how to do things like party props with a foam board, make foam board boxes. Technically, could I show you how to make the jumbo cards? I sure can. I thought about it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was like, I wasted money because I did buy. I even started working on the templates because how I like to do my stuff. So I did start working on a template that was like a perfect size heart for this. And I was like, you know what? Why am I wasting my time? Because they don't come for my content. They don't come to me for like that type of good content. They rather watch all other folks. So I'm gonna let them have that one. I'm gonna let them have that one with the jumbo ones and having proper templates and all that kind of good. I'm gonna let them have that one. Y'all, because y'all don't want it for me. Because y'all don't support. Y'all don't show enough love for me to share that type of information with y'all for the free 99. So I'm gonna keep that one to myself. I'm gonna keep it to myself. Might make something for my kids, and then y'all will just see it when I drop it because I gave it to the kids, and you're gonna be wondering how I did it because obviously y'all don't ask questions. I can get those. Like, I'm looking at other groups. Everybody, I'm seeing the other groups, they asking the questions about, well, how you make this, where you find this at. Y'all don't bother to ask me. I come on live and ask you what you want to learn, what you want to know. But y'all never seem to ask me those types of questions. But I see people whose names I see on my videos. I know you're in my groups. I see you ask those questions in other groups. What's wrong with me? Why I can't be asked how to do this? What's the measurements? Like, I don't get none of them type of questions, but it's okay. It's cool. It's cool. I'm only on one YouTube channel. So this is Silhouette. So I'm only on Silaholics Anonymous's YouTube. I'm not on Honestly Speaking's YouTube channel. Okay. So hello. Incredible greetings. Incredible greetings. Welcome. Yes, definitely hit that like button. Hey, Rosa. Hello. Howdy. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hello. Welcome. Oh, she says, and is very nosy. Hello, watching from H-Town. Watching from Illinois. Hey. Incredible greetings. How are you? Snow in Maryland. We don't have no snow. It's a little nippy here, but not snowing. All right, let me turn my mic down because the last time I was listening, I'm like, yeah, girl, you loud. Okay, you were loud. Okay, so who here is already using Silhouette Studio? Let's make it easy because y'all don't like to type too much. Y'all get real lazy when it comes to typing. So I'm not gonna have you type out too much. We'll stick with numbers, right? So who here, if you are already using Silhouette Studio, drop a 2. Okay, drop a 2 if you're already using Silhouette Studio. If you don't use Silhouette Studio and you're like, how in the hell did I get in this neck of the woods? I am a Cricut girl. I have a Caesar. I have a brother skin and cut. How did I make it over here? What is a Silhouette Studio? I don't have no Cameo. I don't have a portrait. Why am I hearing about Silhouette Studio? If that is you, drop a 3 in the chat. If you're like, I didn't know I could use Silhouette Studio. I mean, why do I need to learn about Silhouette Studio? Drop a 3 in the chat. But if you're already using it, put a 2. If you are somebody where you're like, okay, Shakia, I've been on your live videos. I see what you do in Silhouette Studio. Hobby ever, I'm just a scaredy cat. Okay. I haven't pulled the trigger. I have not downloaded. Now I've watched you do video after video showing us where to go at to download Silhouette Studio, showing us the things. I've heard you say time and time again that it is a standalone program. I don't need a machine. I can have my Cricut, but use Silhouette Studio. It's the best of both worlds. There are things I can do in Silhouette that I cannot do over in Canva. If you heard me say that yet, you still sleeping on Silhouette. Go ahead, be honest with yourself, okay? It's called, our company is called Honestly Speaking for a reason. So if you know that you should have Silhouette Studio downloaded on your device, on your computer, on your laptop, but you still sleeping on it, you still trying to fight it, go ahead and drop that 4. Go ahead and drop the 4. Go ahead, drop the 4. Okay, I see a lot of 2. I'm learning. You are in the right place. There is no better instructor in Silhouette Studio. I will challenge anyone to test my Silhouette gangsta, okay? Test my Silhouette knowledge. There is no one on the face of this earth, not even the people that created that program. I'm telling you, and yes, it might seem very cocky when I say that, but I don't think the people who created the program even knows the power of Silhouette Studio like I can, because I have tried it and I've done so many different things with that program. I push it to the limit. So you are in the right place if you are looking to learn all that you can about Silhouette Studio and what it can do for your creative journey, even if you do not have a Silhouette machine. But I'm seeing a lot of 2s. Yes, y'all are my peoples, okay? Y'all are my people. I see a lot of 2s, Not seeing any 3s. I'm not seeing any 4. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, you're not using Silhouette Studio, but don't you use a Cameo for print and cut? You just use it for print and cut, right? That's like, oh, I'm seeing a 4. Why am I seeing 4s? Another 2. I'm just starting watching. I haven't learned much and other things yet, so I haven't started Silhouette yet. Go ahead and download it. I'm telling you, like, you literally have nothing to lose. It's free. You can start small. Don't be intimidated by all of the groups. And, you're in these big mega groups that have thousands and hundreds of thousands of people in it. So you're constantly seeing posts every single day. And you might feel like you are behind in the grand scheme of, the craft world, right? Because you're seeing so many people post and you feel like you're not posting enough. If you really look at like some of those groups, it's like the same amount of people posting all the time, and it's literally like 1% of the group. Don't feel intimidated by that, it's like, if you're just starting, it's okay. Take baby steps. There is nothing that says you have to figure all this out in 24 hours, in 7 days, in 30 days. Hell, even 365 days. I am 26 years in. 26. And I am always learning something new. It is a never-ending process, a never-ending journey. I figure out like something that I've done before. I'll figure out a new way of doing it that's like a little bit more productive, a little bit more efficient, cuts my time in half. I'm always discovering new things. Because there always is something new to learn. So this is not going to be something that has an endpoint. Like, for example, when I started working with foam board and styrofoam and all of that, I mean, I had so much foam all over my house. Even was like, what in the hell? Okay. Because I was cutting the soft foam with just a regular like knife and cutting through it. And I mean, styrofoam everywhere. Not the soft foam, like the white, thick, heavy styrofoam. And so I'm cutting through that bad boy, and it is styrofoam shavings every freaking, I'm about to say a cuss word, every freaking where. Okay. Went to the soft ones. Even with the soft foam, when you're using a knife, you still have, because it's like a bunch of those like little beads or whatever. Oh, they're still everywhere. Oh, that man was too mad. Okay. And I had been working with styrofoam for years and just, I always thought that like hot wire, like all this stuff was like out of my reach. And oh, I'm not going to figure that out. I eventually got into like doing it with like hot wire, and then like the hot wand and stuff like that. And styrofoam was cool because, you made it thicker because I went from like cardboard cardboard to like styrofoam, and then getting into foam board. I'm like, oh, this is a whole lot easier to cut. My cuts weren't always that great. And over the years, I'm like always just improving. I ended up getting like this tool and that tool to make my life easier. So I'm always growing, and I stick at it, and I just become more and more efficient every year. All you have to do is start. So if you keep sitting on the sidelines and you don't actually start, download the program. It is free. You have nothing to lose. Although I would love for you to take my class, I'm not asking you to take my class. If you watch my YouTube video, I'll make 2 cents. Okay. Literally. Okay. And it actually will take probably about 10 to 20 of you guys to watch the video for me to make 1 cent. Yeah. That's just how crazy it is. It's not what people make it out to be. But still, you can go watch those. I've been doing not say live videos, but just teaching videos for 10 years. 10 years. Some days I was going live at some periods every single day, 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day. I was dropping content. So there's a lot of videos there that you can watch, or you can just, kind of cut down that learning curve and get to the good stuff quicker by taking one of our classes, but we'll talk about that later. Right now, though, all I need you to do, just go to Silhouette America, download the program. It is free. You don't have to have a machine. You can design fully in this program. You can set up amazing designs, save it as an SVG, take it over to Cricut Design Space to cut with your Cricut machine, take it over to Leonardo to cut on your Caesar, take it over to Creative Studio to cut with your Solo, take it over to a Shortcut Salat or Vinyl Masters to cut on your GraphTech or your Roland. You can do a lot. Like some of the same things that you can do in Corel Draw, Illustrator, Affinity, Designer, you can do for free. $0. Okay. So just go over silhouetteamerica.com, download the program, check out our content, join our classes. All right. But what I'm going to go over tonight is a couple of things, right? Dang it. I took all of the stuff out and I put it, okay, let me see. Don't want to go back and get it. I took all of the cups out. Well, I don't have any of the big pink ones. Oh, yeah, I do. Haha, I lied. So these were put on some cups. I did a live video earlier and I was showing me putting these on there. So a big tumbler, and then it was like a little one that had ones that look like this. And it's like a little treat cup. Like we put like banana pudding in or something like that or whatever. So my client did design these in Canva, right? So for this one, she's more of a Canva girl and finding like little elements. And there's like a lot of like little things that you can do like in Canva for like different effects and stuff like that. So she designed this in Canva. Now for me, I had to set it up because I needed to do print and cuts with it. So for this, I did have to set up because I was using a machine. But you technically can create this. Like you can't. So with Canva, there's elements. It's built into their system. And that's why a lot of people find it to be easier because you don't have to like search online, download stuff, bring it in, like take up space on your hard drive by downloading all of this stuff. They have elements on there and it just makes it a little bit easier to kind of like just put it all together. Being able to do things like, okay, let me turn it this way. So this has like a little shadow. It's hard to see on camera, but it has like a little shadow. You can see it on this one. There's like a shadow behind like the white letters and stuff like that. These letters for Coco, she had to do them individually, but they were elements in Canva. So I get it. Now, would you be able, like if you had all of the elements in Canva, they're included. You could create this same thing in Silhouette Studio in order, no, actually you don't have to do, you can do outline to get the full white outline. I mean, the color outline around it in Canva. but you can do this, like I said, in Silhouette Studio, any of these, just bring in the elements. So I'll tell you, for me, I like Canva, but sometimes it's just aggravating. I use it as my library. I'm paying for it. So I will go in there, get what I need, download it, bring it over to Silhouette Studio. It's just easier to arrange. I like being able to have like stuff everywhere. You know, if you pull something off of the design page in Canva, it automatically disappears. So it's like you can't really work on different ideas unless you just have like a bunch of different pages, but then scrolling through those compared to just like moving across the screen, like that's just me. I don't know about you, but the type of creator that I am, I need to be able to see different options. Like look at my, okay, like I put kind of lay stuff out. I need to be able to look at it and be able to see all the options. Like if I'm trying to figure out like what font I want to use, I don't want to have to create a whole new, page and do all this. I want to just be able to see the fonts. And that's what Silhouette Studio allows me to do. Most times my design screen, like my screen is a hotmess.com. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. Really, really bad. But that's how I work best. Is just having my options, kind of mixing and matching and figuring out, how I can move things around. Another thing that I love about Silhouette Studio is just being able to modify and edit things like right then and there. Canva, you can modify, you can do some things, but you need an app, right? So Canva itself does not give you that capability, right? Someone developed an app that they basically white labeled to, or not say white, because that just does show their name, but basically they purchase space on Canva system, and they're paying for their app to like be in there. That's why some of them you do have to pay for, but they won't, or some people will use it as a way for people to know that they are developers and things of that nature to get their name out there. So they basically allow their technology to be used on Canva. So you end up having to go into the apps to be able to do this, do that, do this, do that, do this. And a lot of those apps are features that you can do right in Silhouette Studio. And then what you can do also is like creating Silhouette Studio. There is a way to save it from Silhouette Studio and be able to open that up in Canva and be able to use it, make templates. I know a lot of people are building businesses around creating templates and they want to sell that template file. You can customize things in Silhouette Studio, bring that over into Canva, put it into your design, and still sell your templates. I'm telling y'all, it is well worth it. There is a way to be able to do everything I said as far as going from Silhouette Studio to Canva. There is a way to do that, even if you have just the free version. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be able to tell you that way. That information is too valuable to give away for free, but know that it is possible, okay? It is very much so possible, all right? I've been watching you for years and I'm still scared. You are allowing yourself. You are not allowing yourself to push past that. You're not just sitting in front of it. Like some people say, oh my God, I just want to be as good as you. You want to know how I get this good? I sit in front of the computer. Even when I have no assignments, no orders, no jobs to work on, I sit here and I figure things out. I'll sit here, I'll go search for inspiration, and I'm going to copy what I see there. Like I want to recreate. I like that. I want to be able to eventually design like that. I am going to go through the process to recreate what I saw. I'm not going to just be lazy like, oh, well, I found exactly what I wanted. I'm just going to use that. No, I am going to recreate it in Silhouette Studio. And that is what helps me get better and better and betterer at designing in general, but specifically the better in Silhouette Studio. They don't want that Silhouette smoke from the professor. Hey. She was like, that's it. Just jump in and get the business edition. What I did and that's what I did and never regret it. One-time payment, yours forever. Well, technically it's 3 devices. Or you get to use the code 3 times, but it can always be reset. That's if you have the older version. Once you have the newer version of Silhouette Studio, like 4.4, 4.5, and now version 5, it doesn't even matter like how many installs. All you have to do is just log into your account and it automatically puts Business Edition on your system. Hello. Let's see. Yes, some of you guys are really far behind. Really far behind. She says, hey, from Freeze in Memphis. I get lost in Canva. I learned Photoshop 7 and Adobe Suite. It's really changed a lot since I use them. Every day. I noticed that the other day designing in Canva, it was very annoying. Everything kept disappearing. And then also you have to rely on their servers. If they are working on their server, like there's been times like when I'm up late night and I've been working on stuff and their system goes down and you can't do anything. Can't do anything. Also, if your internet goes out, you can't work on it, right? Like, I mean, you can probably do it from your phone, from like your cellular access, like, you know, from that. But without Wi-Fi, without internet, you can't do anything. But if you have Silhouette Studio, it's a standalone program. It's not connected to the web at all. You can design freely whether you have internet or not. So that's the reason why I always recommend at least downloading it and just learning Silhouette Studio. I love having a ton of space to design on. Silhouette doesn't limit you. Hello. Okay. So let's get into this, guys. Welcome in. Oh, whoa. Okay. The numbers looking kind of cute. Okay. Those some decent numbers. Hello. Welcome. If you are just coming in, I am Shakira the Professor. We are about to transition and switch over to Silhouette Studio. And I'm going to share with you some of the things that I like, that I actually do in business. I'm not like some folk that come on, talk a good game, say to do all this stuff, yet they don't do any of it. Other people make it and they just promote it. I actually do the things, okay? If I had to go and sit here right now and create something, do something, I'm able to do it. I don't have people make stuff for me and then I just promote it. I'm the real deal, okay? So I'm going to show you things that I have worked on where I am actively still doing these things and can teach you about marketing and selling and pricing and all those things because I am connected with the people that actually like purchase it. Like I'm not out of touch with regular consumers. So you are in the right place if you really want to learn and grow, okay? So if you're ready, let me know you're ready in the chat. Let me know. I gotta know. Okay, drop some hearts. Drop ready in the chat if you are really ready to learn some things. You can take notes or just come back and watch it because it's a lot. This is not necessarily it's a class, but it's not a class, meaning like I'm not moving slow enough for you to maybe take notes. It will probably be better for you to pay attention. Some people will encourage you. Like I'm like even in I was like I'm in a program, Actionable CEO. So she was like, well, if you're looking at me, that means you're not taking notes. And I'm like, well, I'm the type of person I watch to listen and consume the information. And I kind of like might write down like some little nuggets and chicken scratch on my paper. And I love classes and communities and things like that where I have access to playbacks. Because the first time I listen to it or I watch it, I'm just watching it to just observe and see. And I might ask questions like in the chat and stuff. And then because I have access to that playback, I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch that playback. I'm going to listen. And like that part that kind of made my ears perk up the first time I heard it, I'm waiting for that information to come around again because it's stored here. So when I hear it again, all right, this is what I was waiting on. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to write notes, play it again, rewind it, finish writing my notes and things of that nature. So it is okay. I am not going to tell you to grab, note-taking items. I want you to be focused. I want you to be focused on the screen. I want you to tell your kids, hush, okay? I'm in class. I'm trying to learn so I can go and make some money so that I can buy you all the stuff that you want. You want McDonald's money? This lady's going to help me be able to have McDonald's money, okay? So go find something to do. I want your undivided attention. I do not want you to take notes. If you want to take notes, come back and watch the video. Watch it over on YouTube so that you can play it back. You can watch it. You can even speed it up, right? Great thing about watching replays on YouTube is you go to the little gear and you go to playback speed and you put that sucker on like 1.25 or 1.5 so it goes kind of fast and you'll be able to like stop it at the parts that you want. I will tell you though, when you watch it on that, it's going to seem like it got a little attitude. I realized that watching some folks, I'm like, ooh, why do you sound so rough? Oh, wait, girl, you got them people on 1.5 speed. So it might seem like, sound like a little weird, right? But trust me, it's all in love. But we're going to get into this, and I'm going to share with you some of the things that I do. Okay. Oh, okay. Look at y'all. Look at y'all. Y'all showing out today. Put the pen and paper down. Put the pen and paper down. I do not want you to have pen and paper during this session. I want you to focus. Okay. I want you to. Oh, did y'all not know that's my word for this year? Focus. We have a focus blueprint that's on our website, shop.hsync365.com. If you want more information about that, put focus in the chat so I'll know. If I get like at least 10 people that say they want to know more about our focus blueprint, then I'll give you information on it. But if y'all here, y'all like, nobody asked me for it, everybody want that. We want the silhouette information. I ain't gonna worry about it. But if I see at least 10 people, we'll talk about the focus blueprint at the end. But put your pen and paper away. Pay attention. Pay attention. Okay? Ready, 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 ready. The professor has checked in. Hello, 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 hello. People learn differently. Some learn by listening. Some learn by writing notes. I get that. Some people do learn by writing notes, but I don't talk slow. You might learn by writing notes, but if I'm telling you right now, I take a lot of notes, baby. I am the notebook queen. But if you are trying to take notes and trying to catch up to what I said and trying to remember it, you're going to miss something else. Take notes on your own. I understand people learn differently. This is your opportunity to not learn. This is not where you're going to learn at. I'm telling you right now. In my classes, when I do, we do, you do, that's your opportunity to learn. So I do, where I go through the full process. I don't want anyone trying to follow along. I'm not going to lie. It drives me nuts. I'm like, oh, I was following along with you. Why? It's I do. It was meant for you to watch, see the process. Don't take your eyes off the process. Then when we do the we do, I'm going step by step. It is I will show it to you, and then you follow along and you do that. Then I have the you do, where you try and do it on your own, and I'm there to guide you. You share your screen, things of that nature. But if I'm going through the process, especially if you're not really familiar with the program and you're trying to get all this information, because I'm going to go like this, all right? This is not slowed down. I'm going. You are going to miss something. You're going to miss something. So I challenge you. So I understand everyone learns differently. If your learning style is to try and take notes in real time, I challenge you to go against what you will normally do and completely just pay attention. Pay attention. Okay? All right. Yeah, you can write down timestamps later. Okay? Because everybody doesn't see timestamps. On Facebook, they won't see timestamps. And I think on YouTube, because it's live, I'm not sure if it does it show you the actual current time, or does it do the little minus thing? I'm not sure, but you can always come back. All right. So we're going to get started at 38 minutes though. So if you want to write that down, this is where we're getting started at. We're going to go ahead and share our screen. Okay. I'm trying to think, where should we start? Where should we start? Let's do not that one. Why is that even there? Because I thought I erased that. All right, so let's see. Ooh, this was the monster truck stuff. So Zani Mani loves monster trucks. We're going to go to Monster Jam. I have to make him a Monster Jam sweatshirt for it. So I'm taking all of these little images of the monster trucks, and I'm going to have them printed out in DTF and then just apply them to a sweatshirt from Wally World. Yes, baby, anything can be customized. Okay, so I'm going to go, well, actually I already have one. Give him a little sweatshirt from Wally World. Take the DTF, put all the monster trucks all over it. He is going to love it. He kept telling me, Mommy, work on my stuff today, not that other stuff. Okay. So that was that. I'll do trace and detaches. I use remove BG. Not everyone can use it because they don't want to pay for it. I do pay for mine. There is a free option, but the quality of the images it's diminished when you're using the free version of it. Okay. So yeah, there's that one. I'm looking for, this is what I was looking for. Okay. Cancel. And this is his little cards and stuff that I am working on. And this is a combination of some Silhouette Studio, some Photoshop. Could I have done it all over there? Yes, but to me, it's just so much easier, especially when it comes to picking fonts. It is so much easier to work through fonts if you have a bunch of fonts. That's another, like, I guess, like selling point of Canva is it comes preloaded with a bunch of fonts, whereas with Silhouette Studio, you have to use sites like Creative Fabrica, defont.com, Hungry JPEG, things like that, and download fonts to your computer, and then you can access them. So, but this was one I was working on. So this is in partnership with Photoshop, because that is how I added the drop shadow. Now, the shadows, no, that one is also drop shadow. This shadow right here is my fade bar that I sell on our website. So it actually gives it dimension like underneath. So this is, like I said, a combination of PNG Tree, Photoshop, Silhouette Studio. That's where most of these backgrounds came from. And I actually had a couple, I don't know where they were. Oh, there's the other layout right there, where I thought about adding some little hearts so that you know it's really for Valentine's Day. And it's combining several things. I think so many times crafters and creators, they're looking for like something where it's like the perfect setup. I see people all the time, oh my God, I saw this, like, where can I find this file? Everything that you see in groups, you see online is not a template that you're going to be able to buy. So if I put this out there, someone likes it, they're not going to be able to buy it. They're not going to be able to find it, because I'm not big on like every little thing that I do, I put it out there like as a template, because contrary to what you guys think, it is not an easy task to go and create a bunch of templates, because there's a certain way that you have to set it up to make sure people can use it. But this is a combination of quite a few things. So there's a background here. This was another background. This is this right here. And then tracing and detaching it to be able to get just the bottom part for just here. And then, of course, the monster trucks. I would have liked the ones that were more illustration-like, but I couldn't find a bunch of them. So I decided, like, I mean, we have a house full of these toys. The toys are great too. So I decided to use the toys because they were a lot easier to find, like a bunch of them. Compared to, like, let me see, this one where this is like the actual monster trucks from the shows, and there was like pictures of them and being able to remove the background and stuff like that. So, but I decided for these just to use the toys for his little cards, and he likes airheads, so that's why there's a bigger space, and Monster Jam is pushed to the side because I'm gonna put the little, you know, the short airheads. Airhead design Imani's favorite. I'm one where I typically tend to make their Valentine's stuff, like when MJ was in school, based off of the treats and candy and stuff that they like. Sometimes it's hard to find the stuff like that they like. So right here, like I said, I'm going to put the airheads right here in this space. So yeah, but that's the little card that, you know, Zion Imani will take to school. I'm going to actually put different cards there, and they're all like right here. It's also going to be a sticker of the monster truck. So this piece right here, they'll be able to literally peel it off and it'll be a sticker. So can't wait to finish that whole like little process. Oh, there's the car right there. You can see the shadows to give it depth. Without it, it looks like, oh, I don't have that one. But even if you just look at these two, I'm going to just flip it, even though it's not really the same. It's a big difference when you have that shadow. So that's why, you know, being able to utilize other programs is important. Understanding design things, like, it's one thing to put a shadow. The average beginner crafter thinks, okay, let me put a drop shadow around it. And all that's going to do is just put it doesn't make it look like it's a part of the scene, right? You're just putting a shadow around it. It's knowing, like, really thinking about real world scenarios, right? And the fact that there will be shadows underneath their tires. So you want to be able to add that so that it looks realistic on here. We don't want to have this where this now looks like it's just sitting on top. I'm going to bring this to the front. Not bad, but shadow would really, really make that pop, right? Even without having the full shadow around it, if I were to take my black fade bar, which I know there's one. Okay, here it is. Here's one right here. And simply just doing something like that, you would almost feel as if that car is really riding on the dirt in the front. Do we see the difference? So I'm going to group these together and go before. Let me zoom in so y'all can see. I told y'all I'm going to share with you like some of my design. They're not really secret. This is just a secret to y'all. I've been doing this. This is what I do. But, you know, to make it sound good, I'm going to tell you my design secrets. But these are design techniques that I apply all the time to get amazing, amazing professional looking results. So this is A. Oh, come on. Hold on. Let me pull it back in. A, where there's nothing there. B, which one do you feel is better? A or B? Just that one little change. Do you feel like that one little change makes a difference? This is what I mean by teaching you to design. A lot of people will teach you to create crafts and like show you how to make certain things, but being able to design, learning a program is different. Learning where subtract or trace or text, or how to add color, how to fade something off, how to make a shape. That's learning a program. But learning how to design and adding little things to elevate your design, to make it come to life, to make it pop, to make it look like you didn't just take some things and just layer them on top of each other. That is a certain skill level. Okay. Come on. So we're only going to get the number of people that we have watching. Oh, whoa. You're way, way back. Okay. So maybe that's why I'm not seeing as many responses, because maybe a lot of them are like way, way, way behind. Okay. Maybe that. So I'm not going to hold it because I'm like, come on now. We should have way more responses. The number of people that I have between all three platforms and sharing out to groups, the number of people I have watching right now, we should definitely have more responses than what I see from the different platforms. Okay, so you prefer it without the shadow. I think you're like one of the only ones. I think most people said B, 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 B. She said yes. So you prefer it without the shadow. What is it about the shadow being there that you don't like? All right, so that's just one of the, oh, you know what? I meant to add, I didn't add the shadow behind this, but I'll add that back in. Oh, with the shadow, that was option B. Okay. Okay, that was option B. So B, okay. So with the shadow was B, without the shadow was A. Any questions on the Monster Jam card? Like any questions on that? And if you have not enrolled in, or maybe you didn't know about it, we have a designing class for cards and candygrams on January 15th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It comes with unlimited access to the playbacks, so you can watch and then go back and watch some more and learn and do it to, be able to grasp it. We are going to do the I do, we do, you do for a few of the designs. We can't do it for all of them. If we try to do it for all the examples I'm going to show you, we would be there all day long. But you can go and access that on our website right now. We're going to go through some designing on that day. Like, I'm going to teach you design techniques, not just, about, oh yeah, you can do a card. Everybody can do a jumbo card. Everybody can do a Valentine's Day card. Do an Easter, what's that thing called? Vending machine. No, I'm going to show you designing from start to finish. So definitely check that out. All right. We're good. Have you guys learned something that kind of piqued your interest so far? Are you enjoying the live video? And no questions. So I want to make sure we have no questions so far. Oh, the question was, which way did you prefer? Like, which one stands out to you more? This was A, with no shadow. And then B, with the shadow. No shadow, with the shadow. I really want to learn more on how to design. I'm currently using Photoshop mixed with Silhouette. My issue is arranging elements for it to flow better. You want to join that class. And then, we have, like, my program this year is I'm going to bring back my design one. I did that one 2 years ago where I focus on like designs and layout, composition. We do have some on there right now, which was the, the crash course in designing, and what was the other one? Oh God, I can't think of but we have some that kind of focuses on designing, understanding depth, and just things like that. So you can check those out. And we also have a design program coming up where we're going to be focused on, I'm not going to be focused on teaching you Silhouette. I'm not going to be focused on teaching you Photoshop or Canva and where things are and how this works. I'm going to be focused on teaching you design concepts. Okay. All right. So I don't do a layout class. I can teach you design. So we have a design program coming up that when it comes up, make sure that you get in the room. It is, I do everything like in quarters. So you want to be able to get in the room for that. It's subscription based, like paying for like each month. And there also will be like a one-time fee, but it's not a, ongoing, just the teaching of it will be for basically 3 months. But I don't teach layouts. I teach designing. All right. So we can move on from this one. Okay. Cool beans. So one of the other, actually, do I want to do this one? Okay. No, I'll do this one first, and then I'll go back to, I'll end on the Canva one. All right. So I know, okay, let me ask it this way. How many of you are like, I'm not an artist. I can't draw, right? So you may feel like you can't create things from scratch because you cannot draw. If that is you, say me, or put can't draw in the chat. I think what number we were on. I guess maybe we can put 7 in the chat. I think that's the number we're on now. But if you're somebody that feels like, I'm just not good with drawing, I'm not an artist, right? You feel like you can't get in front of a computer and just like if someone told you right now to make a heart on the computer, you would not know what to do. Okay, so me can't draw 7s, me can't draw, me cannot draw. All right. Can you doodle? How many of you guys are familiar? Like you are able to, you have your paper there. Sometimes you're bored, you're watching stuff. You might doodle in a corner, right? You might plan out a concept. Is it complete? Is it great? Is it, laid out completely? Is it a perfect drawing? Are your lines straight? No. But I think that we all doodle, right? So I did this example for you where I have right in front of me, I have this sheet of paper where I drew a heart. I wanted to really do it in black, but I couldn't find my black Sharpie because my family used I was using them too, but I don't know where the black one went. Everybody was using my black Sharpie to outline their artwork and I couldn't find it. So I ended up doing it with the Sharpie that was on my desk, which was like a little green Sharpie, but I outlined it with the black pen because Silhouette Studio loves black. That is what it's going to pick up first when you go and you want to go to trace it. So I took my phone, I drew a heart. So right now it's like Valentine's Day time. You can go find an SVG, you can make a heart, you can have kids. So if you wanted to personalize your like the Valentines that your kids or grandkids or nieces and nephews that they will exchange in class. You want them to feel a part of it. Give them a marker, a blank sheet of paper with no lines on it. It needs to be like copy paper. Let them draw some hearts. Who cares if it's not perfect? It doesn't matter. For them, it's like they helped design this. Their artwork will be on this card. You can do it yourself just to practice. Y'all remember the old school stars? So you want to turn that into like an actual star, an SVG file that you can color in and you can place it. You just want to you want to go draw it out and then you're going to take a picture. You then need to get that picture to your computer. There's a couple ways that you can do it. So if you want to write notes, here is where you can write some notes at, right? What I do, once I draw something out, there's also ways, if I draw it and I take a picture, there's other ways that I will make templates like scanning it to where it's already on my computer, but a lot of times I will take pictures. I'm going to do it one of two ways. Well, yeah. I guess you can say kind of three ways. I don't really use the last way that much because of the first way, but you can use it. So if you want to take notes on how you can go from taking that picture, getting it out of your phone to your computer so you can put in Silhouette Studio, I do one of three things. I've done one of three things. One, I have a Google Drive. If you don't have a Google Drive, it is free. I do not understand why everyone on the face of the earth does not have a Google Drive because, baby, it is free. Yes, you can pay for additional storage, but you create your email and all that. You get you a Google Drive and be able to use that to communicate with yourself between your computer and your phone. Now, if you have like a Mac, I think like there's like that whole iCloud situation. You might be able to pick it up that way. But if you don't, you need a Google Drive. Okay. If you don't have Google Drive, please go set one up. Go get your storage from your Google Drive. So on my phone, when I take that picture, there's the little share button. I click on that button and I just click Drive. And it is automatically in that drive. And I'm going to go download it, drag and drop it into Silhouette Studio. If you don't want to use the Google Drive or even Dropbox, if you have that, so both of them, just sending it to a cloud storage, you can actually send it to yourself through Facebook Messenger. I have an entire message thread from myself to myself in Facebook. So because I'm taking on my phone, I'm going to go to Messenger, type in my own name, go to Messenger, upload the picture, send it. I'm going to go to Messenger on my computer, click on it. And from there, I don't even have to download it. You can right click it and paste it into Silhouette Studio. And the third way, email it to yourself. You can just email it. So you take that picture and you send it, and then you will be able to have it on your computer so that you can trace it. Okay. Somebody says, see, I can doodle. I doodle. I have the PicScan mat and never use it. Don't waste your time. It's not worth it. The PicScan mat is not what you like. It's only if you plan to do it. And then let's say if you have a piece of fabric, right? And you want to be able, Like it's a piece of fabric and it has hearts on it, or it has flowers on it, or it has monster trucks on it. And I want to be able to cut around those monster trucks, those hearts, those, what else I said, whatever it was I said. You want, flowers. You want to be able to cut around that. You want to use your PicScan mat and put that there, because you'll be able to put it on there. You'll scan it. Then you still have to trace it to give it the outline. But because it's there, it'll cut around that. If you're just trying to scan something in, you just do it as a regular scan. The average person is not using a PicScan mat. It's stupid. I hate taking pictures on it. It doesn't always work. So forget that. It was kind of a waste. All right. But you can just, if you have any type of printer, Epson EcoTank printer, a Canon printer, an Epson Workforce printer, any of those with a scanner on it, you can scan your images right into your computer. Okay. Oh, there's somebody else that's way, way, way behind. They'll catch up. They're going to be so mad that they're not participating in the live part of this. Ooh. Okay. So once we have that, right, we're going to come over here to trace, select trace area, and place our box around the area that we want to trace. And we're going to increase our threshold a little bit, kind of pick up those edges a little bit better, kind of fill them in a little bit more. And then we're going to hit trace outer edge. Now, if you want that little distress look, you can do it as a regular trace, but I'm just going to trace outer edge. I'm going to move the original out of the way. Now it is a little jagged, you know, a little jagged. I'm going to double click on so you can see all those edit points there. And we're just going to hit simplify. And that will start to kind of eliminate some of those edit points. And then it becomes a little bit easier to like manage the edit points without all of, you know, that other stuff there. But you may still have some jagged lines. That one, I could have taken probably a better picture. And with my black Sharpie, it would have been a lot better because it would have been more of a solid line. But this one is not bad. Now, if you feel like edit points is the boogeyman, then, you know, this might be a little difficult for you. But I promise you, it's not the boogeyman. We're going to turn this like this. And if it's for a kid, I would even leave the jagged. So if you're going to, you know, try that where you're going to let the kid, like your child, your grandchild, your niece, your nephew, have them draw out some doodles or some hearts, and then you want to scan them in and make their artwork a part of the card that they will give to their classmates. Lines, okay? So we're going to fill this in with some color. So a couple ways that this can be done, right? So I'm going to fill it in with some color. And then I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste in front. And I'm going to make that a different color. And I'm not trying to have people come for me. So we're not going to do pink and green. Let's just do green and purple. No, purple and green. Okay. Because they act like they own them two colors together. And we want to edit the points. So we're going to double click. And I'm going to click here and I'm going to delete a lot of these points. We hold down Shift to select multiple points, let go of Shift, and then we hit delete point. So yeah, we can see it moved it, right? I'm going to probably delete one more. So I want it to be, and one more there. So it deleted a lot. We don't need all of those extra. I'm going to click somewhere in the middle, add a point, and I'm going to bring this down like this. So it's curved because this whole thing is a curve. So it's smooth out. I'm going to bring that there. On this side, we're going to do the same thing. Don't delete. I won't delete the point. And I'm just going to delete point. And then here, I can either add a point and just move it down to smooth it out. So we have that one in the background because it gives us a guide of where to kind of position this line at. Up here, it's a little jagged. I'm going to hold down Shift, select everything in here, hit delete point. I'm going to add a point in the middle, bring it up to the edge, and then I will push and pull the nodes to smooth that out. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to delete all of these points, add a node, add a node right here, bring it up to the top, and then adjust the handles. Not doing too much, not moving things around. Now we have a heart, excuse me, and I got a little point right here that I need to smooth out. There we go. That doesn't have all those jagged lines. I still don't like that little piece right there. Why you look like that? Let's move you down here and delete you. And then bring you up. Okay, now I won't have that little point because I was like, what is going on right there? So now we have a heart that doesn't have jagged lines. So you can use it as your reference. That is your artwork. If you wanted to save this as you wanted to create a bunch of hearts that you drew, and you wanted to save these in a file as an SVG file or whatever and sell that, guess what? It is yours. You created it. It's your drawing. You can sell it with, and don't think that someone does not want hearts, because there are some people that don't want to do this. Give me a file that's already an SVG or PNG. It's going to be easy to trace. I'm good on trying to do it myself. I was a victim of that, where I'm like, well, I can do this. No one's going to buy this because they can do this themselves. I'm teaching a bunch of crafters. There's no way that they are not able to do this themselves. Why would they want to buy my file that's nothing but hearts and they can do it themselves? Right? People will buy it. There are tons and tons and tons of files on Creative Fabrica, on Etsy, on designbundles.net. There are hearts on Canva. You do know that the elements that you see on Canva, they are not generated by the workers and owners and, of Canva. Those are generated by users like you and me. Those who create designs, they know how to properly save it. They go through the process and submit their work to Canva. Whether or not they get approved or not, whatever, and it goes either under the free library, pro library. They are like you and I. You can learn to design and go through the process to have your artwork on Canva, and you receive, compensation every time somebody uses that element and they go to download that finished project. You are put in the pot to be able to gain commission from it. But you got to learn how to design. You can't rely on templates. Everybody tells you, about selling digital files, but you can be missing on the money just by doing something simple. Okay? Y'all with me still? Y'all sleep. It's almost 9 o'clock. I know some folk on the East Coast like, man, it's getting close to my bedtime. But let me know if you're still with me. You're still rocking with me. So that's one way. Another way, I'm always teaching my students, if anybody has been in my design class, they know that everything, okay, let me see who's paying attention, because I see quite a few names. I've seen people commenting who have been in my classes. When it comes to designing, everything is a what? When it comes to designing, everything is a what? Let's see if my students paying. Don't come on, y'all. Don't embarrass me. Please make sure. Oh God, please make sure let somebody answer this right. Oh my God, please. Oh, yes. Okay. Woo. Lord, I got scared. I was like, don't embarrass me out here in these streets. Okay. Bam. Oh. I got scared for a second. I was like, Lord, these students about to embarrass me in these streets. I know some folks in here who ain't taking class with me. Lord, let them people comment the correct answer so people know my students are learning, okay? Yes, everything is a shape. Everything is some sort of shape. You can create an infinite number of things when you understand shapes and then how to merge, subtract, crop, blend those shapes together. So when we look at a heart, it is going to be an oval and and two ovals and a triangle, or two circles and a triangle. Okay. So once I kind of had this, where do I want to kind of, how else can okay, I have it. It's a little rough draft. I want it to be smoother, right? We're going to come to the shape tool. We're going to go to the ellipse, not the circle, because some people will go here to this one. No, we're not in flexi shapes. We're going to go to the basic shapes that everybody has access to, even in the free version. What I'm about to show you, free version. You don't have to have Designer Edition, Designer Plus, or Business to do what I'm about to show you, okay? So we're going to go over to the ellipse tool. We're going to make a shape. Oh, wait. I'm going to fill it in with some color. And I'm going to take that transparency down so I can see through. It just makes it easier to select it. So I'll show you why I did that. If I were to just make a shape and I want to move this around, if I click in the middle, because that is open, there is nothing there. I am selecting what's behind it. But when you fill anything in with color, even if I were to take the transparency of this all the way down where there's nothing there, the fact that it was filled in with color, when I click in the middle, I'm selecting that shape. So my students know. Now, if you didn't really know, you just kind of, okay, I'm just going along to get along. When I'm telling you guys to fill in your items, like fill in your traces, fill in your shapes, fill in your SVGs with color, this is why. And I do explain that in the Essentials of Silhouette Studio. I definitely go over that several times, that you want to fill it with color because it makes it easier to select. All right. So we're going to fill this one in and go ahead and drop that transparency. So I'm going to line this up here. I'm going to line this one up right there. And we're going to pull this out. We're going to pull this one out. Now, if you wanted it to really, really like look like your heart, then you can pull out the edit points and like move them up, move them over. So it's a little bit closer to like, your unique drawing of the heart. And it's not just a completely round circle. You then want to go to your draw polygon to make basically a triangle shape. So I'm going to go here. It's just straight lines. It's not curved. It's just straight lines. We're looking at the original heart and just kind of figuring out where we want that to meet. So right here. So I'm going to click right here. I'm going to come down to the tip area. I'm going to come up to right here and then just cross over. I'll move the original. Looks so weird. I'm going to take this. If I were to just fill this in with some sort of color and remove the line color, it's going to look like a heart. So now I'm like, if I wanted to adjust some things, move it around before I welded it, I could, right? So maybe I wanted this side to not be straight. I want to add a point and push that in. We're going to make that curve. And I'll probably bring that down some. All right, so I can do it that way. And once I had, and you can still do it after the fact also. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna copy that and I'll undo, because you can do it before or after. So I'll select this and I'm going to weld it. Now it's all one. I cannot split this up. I cannot move things around. It is all one piece. Now I'm going to go ahead and paste the one that I kind of adjusted it, and I'm going to weld that one. But with this one, even though it's welded already, I can easily click on here, which, I didn't notice that it was a little bit off right here. So let's get rid of some of those extra points. I have this point right here. I can pull it in. I'm going to put what's called an anchor point, and we're going to make it curt and smooth. I just want that to smooth out a little bit more. I can take this and I can make a bunch of variations of this, whether I want to make it slightly like narrow, if I want to make it bigger, if I want to make it smaller, if I want to make it an outline. Once you have that base file, the possibilities become endless on what you can do with it. So we've shown you two things that you can do in real time. Are you learning something? Are you learning something yet? Let me know if you have learned something in the hour and 15 minutes that we have been on, but I've shown you a lot because I think we got started around like the 40-minute mark, 50-minute mark. Let me know if you have learned something new from what you have seen so far. Any questions? Any questions? If you are able to type, what has been your biggest takeaway? What was that like, ooh, that aha moment for you in what I have shown so far? What is your favorite part so far? So yes, I am learning. Yes, learning. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so I was checking some stuff over on Facebook. The drop shadow, okay. I am intimidated by using the points. I understand them better. Only way to let go of that and to just get past that intimidation is to do it. Start small. I'm not sure if you are enrolled in our Essential Studio training, but I go through this exercise where we take a circle and make it a square, take a square, make it a circle. I have you do some simple like manual tracings that helps you get more comfortable with the edit points. So the more you practice with it, the better. The more you simplify them, the better, which is why I took a big chunk of those edit points and just got rid of them. If I was to try to straighten out that heart with all of those edit points there, it will frustrate me. Like you would want to pull all your hair out if you tried to do that. So knowing tips like eliminate all of these unnecessary ones and then bring it back in. Don't try to straighten it out with these and moving little by little by little. You will be there forever. I am learning. Glad you showed the tracing again. Tracing, edit points, making a heart with two circles. Okay. And a triangle or triangle-ish type shape. Okay, so I can then take this heart that I created and I can adjust things. One of my favorite things about Silhouette Studio, we are going to use some of these edit points, but it's being able to make adjustments to fonts, right? So I'm going to move this little heart out of the way. Okay, so looking at these two, right? Top or bottom, which one do you prefer? Top or bottom? Or actually, first, do you even notice a difference? So I'm asking now, you're probably looking like they look the same to me. For some of you guys, how many did you look at? Like initially, you're like, they look the same. But if you look closer, there are some differences. And once you notice those differences, which one do you creatively gravitate towards more? The top one or the bottom one. We can't say both. It has to be one or the other because there are differences. So you have to choose top or the bottom. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is a little bit. So I don't want that to be the reason why. I'm going to even it out. So I didn't even realize like that one had moved. So I'm going to even it out now looking at that one. Okay. I've learned a lot in all videos I have watched. I just tuned in a few minutes of this and learned how to make a heart. I'll have to catch the rerun of the video. I'm at work on a very short break. Thank you. Thank you. You're very welcome, Sandy. Definitely come back. It's better to go to YouTube and watch the playback of it. Okay. So you actually preferred the off-centeredness of the O, but I didn't mean for it to be that way. Okay. So somebody here says bottom. Someone said, so people says top, bottom. I think I like a little from each design. Oh, I kind of like that. So what is it that you like? What do you like? So let me know what you like from the top. Let me know what you like from the bottom. The L, V, and E are different and you prefer the top. Okay. If you are able to, let me know why. Okay. Bottom. I also prefer the bottom E because of the thinner midsection. Okay. Bottom. My eyes gravitated to the bottom. I like the different letters in each. I would take the letters and combine it. Combine what though? So which letters do you like from the top? Which letters do you like from the bottom? The small L on the bottom, the low V, and the E. Okay, so someone for the top. I like the L from the top. The O is the same on both of them. Actually, I didn't adjust that. I didn't touch that one at all. So the O is the same on both. So you pretty much like the top because the O is the same. Okay, the L and the V, but from which one? So you want the L and V from the top, L and V from the bottom, and then same thing with the E. So what are we combining? Okay. The E from the bottom mixed with the L, the O, and the V from the top. So you would just switch the two E's out. I like the top. Okay, so she says she prefers the bottom. I think I like different letters from both. The more I look at them, the bottom is more traditional. Okay, so what do you like? Again, let me know exactly. What do you like from the top? What do you like from the bottom? The O is the same on both. I like the top, but wait, I like the top, but the L. I'm guessing you're saying I like the top, but the L from the bottom. It gives it more depth. Okay. So I am notorious for doing this, right? Sometimes like when I'm creating, somebody might see something and you know how you're in groups, how often, I think every day, every hour on the hour, we'll see they'll post something. Hey, does anybody know this font? And all a lot of people can do is just recommend something that is close or similar to it. Sometimes the reason why that is the case is because of designers like me. And baby, I will modify the hell out of a font, okay? I plan to modify, where is that card? Where'd it go? Hold on. Where'd the card go? I plan to modify this Y. I despise this Y. I want it to go straight down. I don't like it at all. It looks weird because nothing else is like tilted like that. So I plan to change this Y, right? And so somebody else, they may see the rest of it and be like, okay, yeah. And then they'll get the Y and they're going to feel the same way that I felt, like this Y is stupid. Like, why did they make the Y like this? And they're going to be looking for it, thinking it's a different font as to why, like, dang it, I saw hers. Her Y was straight. because I had the skills to be able to go in there and know what to do to break it up and move things around, put it all back together and make it look like it was a part of the set. I am notorious for modifying fonts. Okay. I'm notorious for that. So this is the original font. It is called Gill Sans Ultra Bold. But for me, I wanted the V to have a little bit more of a dip. I called it like a thin lip of the L. So I wanted to increase that. And I did make it just a slight bit smaller on the top. And then the E, I basically reversed it. They had skinnier tops and it was a thicker one in the middle. So I basically just reversed that. Now that I look about, I probably don't want this one to be so thin. I could increase it a little bit on both sides to make it just a little bit thicker. Because I didn't want it to be that thin, so I can do it that way, but it's less space here. It's not this really thick space. You are able to completely modify. This is something that you cannot do in Canva. So when you want to really change a font, make it your own. I see people ask about logos. Not all too often do you see a font where like in a logo where they kind of use it as is, especially for the main part. They're going to change something in it, modify it, do Canva, because you can't manipulate elements, you can't really do that. So at Studio, you come over here, you modify it. Then if you want to go back and add glows and shadows and use the AI feature to make it look like, a balloon or whatever, like all that AI stuff over there, you can take it over there and do it. But to modify it and change and do it, you cannot do that in Canva. So it behooves you to learn a different program, and why not one that is absolutely free. And then just make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Silaholics Anonymous. Join our Facebook group, Silaholics Anonymous, with Shakira the Professor. Follow us, 365 Creative Academy, although I really don't post on it like I should because I just kind of post on my regular Facebook. And enroll in our classes. Visit our academy site, 365creativeacademy.com, so that you can get detailed training on how to do these things. Okay. So I like the bottom when the O was out of place. Okay. Someone else said that too. Yes, I do that sometimes. I've been searching for a font for weeks, and you probably will never find it. If somebody customized that font, you're probably never going to find exactly like what they used. I remember in Essentials, you showed us how to modify the letters. I'm back. My mama called me. That's awesome. I need to learn how to modify fonts. It can be adding something to it and welding. It can be adjusting your edit points, things of that nature. I love working with Silhouette. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. All right. So what I did to this to be able to modify it, I'm going to ungroup it. And on the L, I'm going to double click to bring up the edit points. Hold down Shift, and it's just 2 points, so we can click and click, or we can drag and select. I want it to jump faster, so I'm going to hold down Shift and just move that up. And then I want it to decrease the size over here. So I'm going to hold down Shift and reselect just the top node and the one that's on the L. And I'm going to move that over 1 or 2, right? So I just kind of even that out some where it wasn't this really thin piece here, okay? And I could probably even go up, I think on the other one, I went up a little bit more to make it just a little bit thicker. To me, this was a thick font. So this piece right here was just too thin. I talk about that when I'm designing pairing fonts. When you have something that's really, really thick and heavy, and then you kind of go with something that's a little too dainty, it doesn't really like match up. So font pairing is a science. And it's like when you're looking for little things like that. So for me, it was like everything is just so thick and juicy. Why did they give the L these thin little lips? So I had, I wanted to go in there and fix that. So that was the first thing. The V, real simple with that one. So for those who are like, edit points scare me, does this part look scary? Where all you're doing is just clicking on it, using your arrow and moving it around. You don't have to do this big grand and going around in circles and around the mulberry bush like to work with edit points. Learn how to make simple movements, get more comfortable with them so that you're not so intimidated by them. So I'm going to hold down shift and I'm just going to pull this bad boy down. I'm going to give it a V cut. Okay. She want all the cha-chas to hang out. Okay. So that little modest, one, no, let's pull that V cut. Let's get us a real deep V. Okay. Pull that down. Couple clicks of your keyboard. We have just changed the look of that letter. Simple enough, right? So over here, we're going to double click. I know I want to, so I could either, I'm going to make a duplicate of this. So we can do this one of two ways. We can double click and I selected both and I'm going to go down one. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go up one. So that's a slight adjustment, right? Or you can modify each line individually. So one and maybe like a few down, 1, 2, I think I did 3. I'm holding down shift and going up one big jump and then 1, 2, 3 small jumps. And then I'll come in through here and maybe do one big jump, come over here, one big jump down. Well, let's go maybe 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. So I'm able to, I know the other thing that I did on this one was I'm going to double click. I'm going to take all 4 of these points and I'm going to pull them back. So I extended that area. It wasn't so short. You can make all these changes. You can slant it. So taking this one and moving that back. I forgot how many I did. I'll do this one too. Actually, probably could have just did all of them. So let's undo. I want them to all be the same. So I'm going to click here, hold down shift, click this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. I've changed the look of that. Okay. These are things that you can do. Again, free version. Free version. You are able to truly customize your art. You take that heart that you designed, that you traced out, and it's love. We may want to change that out. So I'm going to bring that to the front, place that in the middle. I can make it bigger. I can make it smaller to where I can take up a big portion of it. I can make that almost the size of the original whole. Okay. So we're going to take this one and we're going to release compound path and we're going to weld it. So now it's just solid. Now I can put this anywhere. If I didn't want it to be centered, someone said they liked the fact that it wasn't centered, right? So if I want to put this here at the top, rotate it, and I'll select it, go over to, well, we can just make this a compound path, right? So it's going to cut that hole out. It can be in the center. It can be bigger. It can be smaller. You are able, or it can just sit on top. If you want that to be solid, you don't want it to necessarily cut out, you can just have that sit on top. If you want it to cut out, but also still have that piece, because maybe you'll put it in with a different color, you select it, you go over to modify, and you choose subtract all. It looks like nothing has changed, but there is an opening. So that will cut that way. You cut this from a different color, and then you can piece that in the middle. Okay. That's all you had to do. That is all you had to do. See, when y'all sleep on the professor's live video, someone that's teaching you, you don't get, this ain't the first time I've showed this, right? So all this time, you could have been doing this a long time ago. Had you been following, have you watched the videos? Because I have several videos where I've shown this before. But I'm glad I got you here tonight. I think I just need to set time to dedicate to messing around with my Silhouette program again. Definitely need to do that. Even if it's just a few moments per day, pick something. Doing something like the word love takes you literally a few moments to do. And it's a lot that you can just learn and grasp from just doing, even just that. So definitely, dedicate a little time. Start off, maybe not per day. Maybe say you want to be able to do a certain amount of time per week. And that just gives you the freedom to do it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because you just want to reach a certain amount of time for the week. So if it's like 10 hours, if it's 5 hours, if it's an hour a day, if it's only, hey, I want to dedicate 2 hours, if it's 30 minutes every couple of days, if you're able to do 2 hours on one single day, but just set a goal for yourself. Put it on your calendar, put it on your phone. Constantly remind yourself that you want this for you, that you know that you have goals. You need to learn this program. It's not going to come to you via osmosis. You got to put in the work. Okay. She's like, you are a godsend because I was struggling with this week. Struggling with what exactly? Let me know exactly what you were struggling with. Wait a minute. Now, I just did a live and we had a Q&A. And I thought I saw you. Maybe I did see your name. Maybe I'm just so used to seeing your name. But I just did a Q&A. When I'm doing the Q&As, you guys are struggling. And I come on and do Q&As and y'all don't talk to me. You don't say anything to me. You don't let me know what you're struggling with. You don't come into the groups and post your questions, post pictures, post a video of what you are struggling with. I am here to help you. Not just to show you something. I like helping. Helping means you have a specific problem, a specific struggle, and you need someone to help you figure out your issue. Not just me tell you what I think you need to know and all this other stuff. I like to help. But if you're just waiting for me to drop some magnificent nuggets, yes, it's going to be helpful for you. It might be beneficial, but it may not be the help you need at that time. She said, I'm playing catch up. It's sports travel season for me. Okay. Let's see. Go take the essentials class. You won't regret it. I've taken it and learned so very, very much. And I've made my money back several times over. Yes, God. Yes, I'm going to start a visual calendar and put a little task to start working on and add you to my calendar. Yes, I love it. I originally brought Silhouette to learn rhinestones, but this is so amazing. And I am realizing there is so much more to Silhouette. Silhouette, thank you. Oh, rhinestones, you say? Did you say rhinestones? Oh, well, once we have our file set up, we have, this is a vector file. This is technically what an SVG is, a scalable vector graphic. Okay. So you said rhinestones. Well. Let's see what we can do here. Oh. What was that? What was that? Looky. There goes Cookie. Okay. All you have to do is create the file. So you've gone and you can have a version that you can do with vinyl, DTF. It can just be printed, or we can turn this into a rhinestone design because we went through everything we created. It's made up of shapes. It's vector. So now you can do more with it. I'll make this one a little bit smaller. And then here's where those edit points come in at again. So I'm going to pull that up in that area. I'm going to pull these 2 points up. Fill that in. Can I get one more in there? Oh, perfect. Yes. maybe let's pull. Can I pull it down? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's. And bam, there we go. She said, mind blown. Yeah, you can do so much. But y'all keep sleeping on Silhouette Studio. You gotta stop sleeping on Silhouette Studio. On a font, it was thin, and so if you want it to be a little bit wider, you can do that. You can also offset it. So that's an option as well. If you want it to just be a bit thicker all the way around, just put a small offset on it. This is awesome. I was trying to figure out how to make rhinestone letters. Well, there you go. I bought business edition mainly for rhinestone designs. Also, I really want to learn how to make SVGs. So you don't need business edition to be able to do rhinestones. You get the rhinestone feature with design edition. So that's for anybody else. You already have business. So I recommend getting the highest version, but you don't have to get business edition in order to do rhinestones. The rhinestone tool is available in the designer edition, the first level of like paying for them. So if your budget is, your money kind of funny, you got a shorter budget, got to build up to it, just go ahead, click on the link on our website and just get designer edition. It's going to cost you $25 for that one. And you can open up SVGs, open up PDFs. You can, you'll have access to like the rhinestone tool and some other like the glyph guide, different features like that. Okay. Thank you. So helpful. I'm glad I came across your page tonight. I'm glad you came across it as well. I missed what you did with the heart. Did you outline it first before doing the rhinestones? No, it was this right here. And I just hit rhinestone. So just click and hit the rhinestone tool. That was it because it was already vectorized. Can you do a picture into rhinestones, please, Professor? Thanks. I brought Bob Marley his face shirt years ago in rhinestones, one of my favorite. That was something like, if I'm being honest, I wouldn't do that on a live video. It's a lot of technical stuff because you have to first be able to get the picture to where you can vectorize it. In some areas, you may have to manually draw out. So that is not something that I would be able to do on a live video. That would have to be truly a dedicated class. All right, so we are almost 2 hours in. So I'm going to now show you the stuff that I did from Canva because I did not want this to be more than 2 hours. All right. So there's that. Oh, also, if you want to stack it. So, we normally see around this time, you'll see love, you'll see, grad season 2025, and you want to see it stacked. So you can do, a lot of people will type out each one and arrange it. So you type it out, you take this blue line and you push it back, go over to your line, your font, your text style, and you decrease the line spacing, and you have stacked this without having to do each letter individually. Okay. And that's how all these were done. And you can change out the heart, and this is what I was saying, like when I was trying to figure out which one I wanted to do, I like to see different fonts and just kind of get a feel for them. So yeah, that's that. All right. We're going to switch gears a little bit, head on over to Canva. All right. Now the web page isn't opening. Hold on. I got to refresh. I really wish I still had this in. That's one thing once you did so many changes, it wouldn't let me undo it. So, I've already fixed this image right here. It's important for you guys to understand sizing and spacing. She's on page 84. So for this client, she normally just kind of keeps a running page, she just keeps adding to this. of all of her orders and things of that nature. So she doesn't customize the sizes. I'm one where I couldn't really do that. I have to customize the size of my design page because it just depends. If I'm doing something wider, if I'm doing something, you know, square, short, or whatever, I have to have customers. But she does like, okay, but we want to make sure that we are paying attention. Had she simply saved this, when I got it, it was going to be cut off. Okay. So I'm going to zoom in here. Couple of things is placement. We want to make sure that things aren't being cut off. And if something is, this is where you need to go in and rethink the sizing that you made it. Originally, so I'm going to go over here because her original picture is here. Oh, wait a minute. Undo. Okay, we're going to copy and paste. Where did the picture go? Okay, copy, paste. Okay, there we go. I'm going to move this one down here for now. So originally, this is how it was set up, right? This was, I think, a little bit bigger, but her arms are cut off. Here's where Canva, and more so Canva Pro, can be very, 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 very beneficial. There are a lot of great apps in Canva Pro, okay? So we can see her arms were cut off. There was some other stuff. So if I go here to edit, come on. You'll see here, like her shoulder was cut off. Her hand was kind of like, you can somewhat see it, like she had her hand up to her hair, right? But it's cut off. Did you guys know that there is this thing called Magic Expand in Canva? So I'm going to take this, we're going to copy, and I'm going to bring this down yonder and paste. So you do have to have Canva Pro. We're going to go over to edit. We're going to go to Magic Studio, under Magic Studio, kind of click over, and we're going to go to Magic Expand. And I'm just going to tell it to do 1-to-1 and expand. It's going to give me 4 different, it's going to scan through it. It's going to give me 4 different options. I'm more so it's going to give me a weird hand on the side because it's going to go off of the original picture. Not worried about that. I'm more so wanting her shoulder to fill in. This might still cut off her shoulder. Now, where this one came from on the side? The hell? Now, I just want her shoulder. I don't know where this woman came from. Lord, where this woman came from. Okay, so here, I don't know all this other stuff. I just want the shoulder filled in, okay? So we're going to go. Lord, they put all these people. Baby, that's scary. AI is scary sometimes, child. But I want this one. And I'm just going to hit done. It's going to look crazy, okay? We're now going to go over, and we're going to just remove that background because, baby, that looks scary. A lot of people will stop here. Most don't realize that you can go in and you can modify this down, right? If you just click, they made it easier. They put it, right on the front page, background remover. Most people don't go into the editing part. So you can't get to it from here. But if you hit edit, of course, you're over here and, you have this panel. Go back to the first one, which is your background remover. This is where you can add back in areas that removed but you want them to be there. So you're going to do that with restore, or you can refine it even more. So I'm going to go to erase. I don't want her hand there, and I don't really want all this other stuff that it put here. You definitely need a mouse for this. If you have like you're doing on an iPad or a phone and you have a stylus or an Apple Pencil, those work wonders. The heck? They got going on. But I'm going to come in through here. Make sure I'm following the contour. I don't really want all of this. I'm just going to bring it down. And then I can erase all of this. And I can even make my brush size a little bit bigger, make it a little bit quicker to erase. So it's almost like she's just leaning up against something, whatever. Like, you know, her arm is just down. Oh, now why you went and did that? Hold on. It took off a little bit too much. I don't know why. Let's try this again. Because I ain't even take off that much. Now, why you keep taking off all that extra face? Ain't nobody tell you to take off that much. Undo. I didn't even touch over there. So why are you taking off so much? Okay, let's crop you down. Maybe it's just too much stuff over there. So I'm just gonna crop it down first because it's not acting nice. All right, so we're just going to go over here to edit. We're going to go background remover, click on the middle part to bring up the erase and restore. And why do you keep removing so much? Okay, it's obviously a glitch. Let's undo. I'm going to just refresh this because obviously you have lost your ever-loving mind. Oh, wait, why are you? Oh, wait, why did it do it over here? That's not what it... Is this the one I was working on? Okay, I don't know why it did the extra. But okay. But now it fixed itself. That's so weird. All I did was refresh and it's gone. So it was a glitch. That lets you know sometimes just hit refresh because it's a website. So it just kind of freaked out. So we're just going to go to, I think because I refreshed it. Okay, so it is showing again. And if I go show original, so that's there. Now it did the contour the way that I wanted because I don't know what the heck was going on before. All right. And so this makes it to where we're going to go and copy. Instead of it being cut off like this, it's into the back. And we can make it smaller to be like right there to the bottom of the cocoa. It gives her like a little shoulder. And so that just fills it out. Now that is something that you're not going to be able to do in Silhouette Studio because it doesn't have an app that basically uses AI to replace parts. So this is one of those times where I'm like, hey, we got to have a partnership. Canva and Silhouette have to work together for me. So even if I wanted to design this over in Canva, in my case, I am using a Cameo machine. I now need to make this where I can do a print and cut. The issue with this is going to be all of the shadowing. Okay, all that shadowing. It's going to make it really hard for me to get a trace on it. The other design flaw in the way that this design is set up is that the shadow is too close to the edge. There are some colored transparent pixels kind of going out from the side. If I were to take this as is and I'm expanding it all the way to the edges of that transparent area, I'm going to see a straight line. And I'll show you that. You can somewhat pick it up in, let me see. Where's the original? I don't think that's the original. It's definitely not the original. Dang it, I got rid of the original. Okay, let me go to my downloads and bring that image in. All right, where'd it go? Did I already move that over to my hard drive? To my external storage? Okay, I must have already moved it. So let's go over there. Y'all, I just got the Samsung T7 Shield storage. OMG. I know I talked about the WDMI cloud. They lost every level of mine. They kept like taking away support and all that. It's not cloud-based, but it's like drop resistant, water resistant. So I just got that, and man, it is lightning fast. You hear me? Lightning fast. All right. So, okay, here we go. I'm going to bring this image in. And can you guys see that? Where, let's say if I wasn't going to crop this down, I was just going to use it. Because the blend area or the blur area was so close to the edge, what happens is you end up with a box. It doesn't fall off like softly. You would have to remove it from the edge. This happens a lot in Photoshop as well. When people are using that, they're blurring off edges, they're adding, brush strokes and, with a soft brush, but it's too close to the edge. And when they bring it in, it's cut off. There is a way, like there's a distance that you have to stay away because there are slight, like the transparent pixels, they extend out. So you want to have a lot of space around it. If it's quality images, you can make it smaller, save it. And when you bring it back into the program and blow it up, it's going to still be fine. All right. So I'm going to come back over to Canva. I'm going to make this design smaller because I don't want any of those transparent pixels anywhere near the edge. All too often, we think that we have to expand things and take up the full space of it, and you don't always have to. So I'm going to go ahead, hit share, download PNG. You do have to have Pro to do transparent background. I'm going to just take the size all the way up. It doesn't really matter too much with this. I'm going to deselect everything until it current page, and I'm going to go done. Now, this is going to work for me to be able to still have that, that kind of shadowy area around it. But that's not great to have a nice, even outline around it. So I have to, when I did this, I also had to save a copy that did not have the shadow because of what I was going to do with it. So we're going to come over here, go to effects, and right now it's neon. That is what's adding that shadow and like that little line around it. I'm going to go to none. That automatically goes back to black. I want that because remember, Silhouette Studio, black traces well. So I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to go share. I'm going to download it again. I'm going to still want it to be a PNG. Take this up. Everything needs to match. I'm going to go here. We're going to turn this off. We're going to go only page 84 and done and download. Okay. So I'm going to bring the first one in by coming over here to my downloads folder, dragging and dropping it over here. Okay. The next one is there as well. So we're going to click, drag and drop. We don't have to go to the folder. We can literally just drag and drop. So the difference between this one and this one is we don't see that line. Wait, I want to make sure. Are you guys able to, on your side, you can see that line of demarcation on the side and the bottom, correct? I want to make sure that you guys can see that. Yes, each program has a purpose. That looks so amazing now. I've used Magic Expand before. Okay, so you guys can't see it. But over here, we see that it's nice and soft. I'm going to go ahead, blow this up to where it's about the same size. Probably a little bit smaller. And we're not losing quality. You can make it smaller, save it, you max. It's not losing any quality by making it smaller. You do not have to always max out your design, especially if you're going to save it as a PNG. If what you're designing there is not the final one to where it's like it has solid edge, you do not have to go to the edges. If you want it to fit 11 by 17, like once you finally go and make it, that's fine. You can make your design page 11 by 17, 13 by 19. But if you have things like blurs and stuff like that, you don't want to go to the edge. You want to make it smaller in the middle of that. Go ahead and save it. And once you, like especially if you open up another program, you can then adjust it and print it out to make sure that when you, because if you sublimate that, oh baby, you're going to see that line of demarcation. Sublimation shows every imperfection, okay? You're going to see that straight line. But if you make it smaller, save it as a PNG, then open it back up and resize it to 11 by 17, like to fill that up, or 13 by 19, you're going to have nice, smooth edges and no lines of demarcation. Understand? All right. So I got to go back. I got to undo because they have to be the same size. So when I did this, I brought them in, right? And this one here, come on. And this one, they are the exact same size. Why? When I need to, because I need to trace this. We are going to come back over here to trace tool, select trace area, place my box around it. We're going to increase our threshold. Ooh, them numbers going up. Somebody must have shared this out. I guess, or maybe me talking about Canva. So I have to talk about Canva to get people in the room. Is that what, who came? Because them numbers jumped up high as hell. Who came here and stopped? It may have come across your feed. How many of you newcomers stopped because you saw Canva on the screen and you've been trying to figure out Canva? I need to know if I need to kind of incorporate. Silhouette's still my bag. I'm telling you, you need to learn Silhouette. But, you know, I dibble and dabble. Well, I don't say dibble. Baby, I'm a beast at Canva too, okay? Because I just understand designing. So we're going to increase our threshold. I got to just cover in that little area over there. And I'm going to go trace and detach. Actually, I meant to go trace because well, no, this one I didn't do the internal part. So we're just going to go trace. Trace and detach, should I say. It's taking a little minute. Oh, someone asked which storage thing I have. So it's, y'all know I'm a Samsung girl, but you can use it even if you have a Mac. I mean, if you have an Apple phone, especially the new iPhones. I said a Mac phone, an Apple phone, iPhone. Y'all know what the heck I meant. If you have an iPhone, you can still use the Samsung storage because it had like you hook it up with the C USB. And they have a couple of them. So they have the newest series is the T9 Shield. I have a T7 2 terabyte. You know, that's I just got down because I was frustrated. I was crying. I got whichever one would get to me the next day. But I do want the large one. It's like I think they have a 4 terabyte. They might have like a 12 or a 16, but I know for sure the 4 terabyte. I told even I want that for my birthday because I need a backup because I'm going to probably just chuck all of my. Now I'm probably going to use them. I'm not saying chuck them, but I won't be using my cloud storage. That would literally be backup. My WD My Cloud is going to be backup and not how I access files. It's just going to be for backup. So I told him my birthday, I want the T9 Shield. But I have a Samsung T7 Shield. I have a 2 terabyte, but they also have a 1 terabyte. They're on sale right now at Best Buy. Okay, so it did the trace and detach, right? I'm going to click this and we're going to offset this because I needed the nice, smooth, like outline. So I offset it. I'm going to go up a little bit here. Let's go 1.15. Okay, so just want a little bit of an outline around it. I'm going to hit apply. Okay, and I need this to line up to here. Remember, this still has this humongous box. So I can't really just take this outline, I mean, I could try to kind of like fit it around it and hope that it was like perfect. If I center it, it's not going to quite go around it. Okay. So what I have to do, or what I did when I did these, come on now. All right. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to make this outline just a little bit bigger just so you guys can see it. So let's go up to 0.2 and 0.3. Okay, I just want to be bigger just for the sake of this video. But I did mine. You can see here it was a thin outline around it. Okay, so I'm going to drag and select. I'm going to hold down Shift and click on that offset. So as you can see right here, I have a large box. I have this internal box and this next one here. So this inside one represents the picture. This represents the invisible box that I removed, which is the same size over here. And this one that's sandwiched in between them is the box for the outline. That's the line that I want to see disappear. So I'm going to hold down Shift. See, the numbers drop because I ain't showing Canva no more. When I was showing Canva, they was coming in. Them numbers don't drop because I ain't showing Canva. I'm going to click right here on the line because it's not filled in with color. And that's what I want. I want to see that particular line disappear because I'm going to group those two together. I'm going to come back to, well, let's send that to the back. I'm going to click on this. I forgot to fill, and I do want to fill it in with color. Right? And I can take my transparency all the way down. That just allows me to click on it. I now want to, I'm going to group this whole thing, select this and this one. I'm going to make sure it's to the front. And I'm going to center them. That is going to put that outline directly around, like perfectly around the one that had like the glow. Okay. I'm going to ungroup. First, my students know I'm tripping because I didn't duplicate nothing. Make sure I make a duplicate. I'm going to ungroup and I'm going to click to the outside so I can delete this. I am left with my offset still around my image. Okay. I'm going to click on my offset and I want to copy that. I'm then going to select this, go over to modify and crop it down. Then this is the whole outline. If I put my line color on this, you can see, yeah, the line color is there, but I cannot add the pink around this. If I were to add pink, it's going to change the whole thing to pink. So I need something else to put around it. So I'm going to right click, paste in front. I'm going to come over to my color palette and I use for my video earlier, I want to say it was CC3399. Maybe not because that changed that one. What was the damn text code? Hold on. Let me grab my color chart because I don't forgot what the code was. It was dun, dun, dun. Yeah, CC3399. So why you ain't taking it, homie? CC3399. There we go. Okay, so there's the color, and I'm going to send that to the back. That is how I did that to where it created the, and I'm gonna, if you guys are just coming, I did have my face on the camera. I showed some stuff. But I have since gone to the computer. But let me grab. Now, what the hell did I do with the prints? Oh my gosh, where did the prints go? Please hold. Oh, here it is. Oh, I lied. That's not what I did. It's kind of sort of what I did, but not what I did. I'm glad I did do the duplicate. So I actually did kind of crop it down a little bit more, where as you can see, like I actually took away because I wanted more of, I think I originally did it that way. And what I did not like is it kind of made it a little too dark. I wanted more of the pink to show through. That way is not wrong. You can do it that way. But I think when I did, I was like, oh, that looks kind of dark. I want more of the pink to show through. So I actually ended up cropping it close to it so you can kind of see that extra outline. So I made a smaller offset. Well, when I had to do the regular trace, made a small offset and then crop that away and then put the bigger offset around it. But kind of sort of the same, that you kind of get the idea that it is multiple steps to be able to get it set up so where I can add the color and then do the print and cut. Okay. So that's what we did for that. And then I just resized it. And set it all up to save as a PDF. I took that PDF, uploaded it to VersaWorks so it can print it out with registration marks on it. Then I put that on my mat and put it through my cameos to cut it that way. I chose to, even though the rolling can actually cut, like it'll print it and then go back and cut it. I did a job and it was a bunch of decals. It got to the end and the power flashed. And of course, it stops, and there is no way of picking it back up. I was not even if I did use registration marks, because that's part of the registration marks was not printed yet, it would not have made a difference. I was so upset because it was like down to like the last couple of ones, and there was nothing that I can do to save that. I just had to reprint it over because I was not about to hand cut them. And I was like, yeah, I need to figure out something because this is aggravating to where even if this messes up, I will be able to still cut them. And it allowed me to allow them to gas off and cure and all that kind of stuff before cutting them because that's really thin vinyl. So I end up setting up the file to where it is optimized for me to be able to put it onto the cameo and be able to cut it. And I got chef's kiss, perfect cuts. Okay. So that's that. Let's see here. Hey, incredible greetings. Definitely hit the like button. Hey, just saying. I love both programs, but I love to learn Canva more too. We have a understanding Canva 101. So I break down, for me, when I'm teaching, let me tell you how I work, how I operate. A lot of people say they're going to teach you Canva. They will have you come into a class and they may show you like some things, but they're going to immediately get into some sort of design. I don't really operate that way. So my teaching style may or may not work for you. Designing is one thing. Learning a program is something totally different. I, of course, point out, okay, hey, this is here. This is what this does. We want to click on that. We want to do this. You want to just kind of get a feel for what it does. But I also like to show you what a program does not do, because that is where the frustration comes in. There's so much content on what it can do. But when you have a vision in your mind and like you want to be able to accomplish it, and we think a lot of these programs, they can just do it all, right? We're seeing people like, man, but I see these people, they're creating so much stuff. And you have to be able to do everything in Canva, right? Like, I mean, there's no way that they're using something else. Everybody's using Canva. That's the way people think right now. Or everybody's using Photoshop. But there are some things that you just cannot do. It just won't do it. And you'll sit there in front of the computer. You will try to force this program to do something that it is never going to do. And who's going to end up frustrated? You. So when I am teaching, I teach fundamentals and I break down this is what you can't do. No matter how much you try, this is what you cannot do over here. So I show not just the benefits of it, I also show the limitations. I did that when I did the Photoshop one, show what those limitations were. I did it when I showed understanding Canva, and when I teach Essentials of Silhouette Studio, I show both sides, because to me that is more important to know what it cannot do to save yourself hours and hours, days and days of stress. All right, so check out our classes. Y'all been a good bunch. I might drop a little discount code. Should I? How much percentage discount code should I drop on classes? I'll figure it out as I wrap this up. Okay. So hello. online now trying to see if there's anything larger than 4 terabyte. I only see it I see it on Best Buy. Thanks. Yeah, I don't remember if it's larger than, I don't remember if they had one larger than 4. I think 4 was the largest that I saw. That's a lot of space though. She said, yes, I just saw your color chart and was going to go back and look tonight. Yes, where did I put it? So this is the one from my Roland BN20. This is the one from when I did have my 7820. I don't use that printer at all anymore. I also have one of these from my 7720. So this is that one, right? And so I have it on from my glitter. I have, where's my DTF one? I just had that. I sent it to my DTF printer. Now, where did you go? I just saw you. Are you on the floor? No, that's not you. I don't know where it went. I just saw that sucker though. But I have it. I showed it on a live video a few weeks ago, a few days. Oh, here it is right here. Haha. This one is too big. This is the size that it needed to be for the DTF one, but child, they printed this thing off as a full 36 inch, as a full yard. So it's huge. And I have one that is DTF and it is pressed. And every printer, so I have 3 local people that I use for DTF. Baby, I had all of them printed because all their printers are different. So depending on who I am ordering from, I will refer to that chart because they use different inks. It is slightly different. So I'll refer to their specific chart that I sent to them. And when I sent it to them, I put the name on it so I know that it's from that company. I have it sublimated to glitter cardstock whenever I'm doing like senior crowns, or if I'm submitting to glitter HTV. I have 1,000,001 color charts floating around my office space. It's not just one color chart. Every printer that I use, every media that I use, and sometimes print settings, because print settings make a difference. Oh, I don't have, let's see. Yeah, this is the one that messed up. Here's an example of ish messing up. When I was doing this one, hold on. So I ended up having to cut it off because it stopped. So I'm not finna hand cut none of these. Not a nary am I gonna cut out. But it messed up. So I was highly upset with this. But right here, I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to tell that the colors, hold on. Let me maybe take down, ooh, wrong way, child. Ooh, Lord, you bright. Okay. There we go. Y'all see the difference in those colors? Same exact file. What made them different was one setting, a color setting in VersaWorks for how to print it out. And one is super, like it looks gray. The other one kind of looks browny and it's like grainy. So the color was different just because of a setting. So I print them out in every setting. It's work. I don't consider it to be a waste of product, because if I print something out on a certain setting is not the color I want, that's a waste. I'd rather do that on the front end. So although earlier I said, you want the cheat code, it's not a one print kind of fits all. If you really, really want accurate colors and you want them to kind of match across the board, you have to print those color charts out. And it might be that on this printer, it might be CC3399, but from your sublimation one, you may have to go over one more or up or down one more color. So that hex code is going to be a little bit different. But at least when they are printed out, they're going to look the same. Okay. Well, I'm a Samsung girl. So they probably, of course, there's bigger hard drives. But as far as like this one, it's really small. Hold on, I'll take it off. I don't want my thing to drop. It's really small and compact. This is 2 terabytes, and this is the size of it. All of them are actually this size, and it's just like what's on the inside, but they're all this size. So it's real cute. I think they have something that I think for not that I think the T9 is the T9 one has it where you can. Was that the one that you can put, or maybe they did put a ring on it to put it on the back? I forget, but this is how small it is. So it's the Samsung T7 Shield. All right, where did the cord go? I was hoping that it wouldn't drop. Damn it, I dropped it. But yeah, that's what this is. Yes, it is frustrating when you can't do something, but you didn't know that the program has no capability to do it in the first place. It is very frustrating. Do you have one for the EcoTank also? I have one what? Do I have what? I don't use the EcoTanks at all. I despise EcoTanks. So if you're new here, I talk about EcoTanks. I do not like EcoTanks. So I don't have, we did have one before, and I don't know what happened to that chart. I did, because it was actually on a tumbler where I did print it out from my I had a 2803 that has Sublimation ink in it. No, 2720 that has Sublimation ink in it. But it's once it clunked out, but I don't know where that is because I don't really use it. But you can use the same code, like the same chart, and you just send it to each of the printers. So there's not a specific one for each printer. Hello. Incredible greetings. Okay, I have 2 printers, EcoSolvent and Workforce, and I send to 2 companies. So you would take that color chart, make it the size that you want them to print it out. So maybe if you're doing DTF prints, you want to put that like on the top half. You have some other stuff you want to do. You have to take up the whole thing because that's huge. So you'll resize it to the size that you want. You can also break up because it comes one that's like all together that's made for the tumbler, but each chart is individual. So you can take that, arrange it however you want, send it to the DTF for like it's an open space to it, and you would write like which company that is, so you'll know which chart comes from which company, and then you'll have them just print it out. And send it to both of them. And when it comes to your printers, you're going to print that out. So if both your EcoSolvent and your Workforce are Sublimation, you are going to print out 1 and 1. You can put it there. We included a file where you can put it on a tumbler. It's already sized for a 20-ounce tumbler. You can put it on felt sheets. You can put it on a rag. You can put it on a towel. You can put it on a pillowcase. I wouldn't recommend the Dollar Tree pillowcase because that's super shiny and that can be deceiving. Like I said, felt, put on a shirt, a rag, a towel, anything like that you want. I was trying to see. I know I had one around here somewhere, but I don't see it off the top. Because the other ones are in a binder, but I don't know where that other one I just had loose is at. But you just want to print it out. If you use, like me, most times when I'm filling in with color, I will use Adobe RGB, but I also print it out with automatic because if I have pictures, sometimes I don't want to have the image change and I want to use automatic. So I'll use now the color chart is only when you are physically filling in colors. If it is something that's already designed and your system is printing it out incorrectly, there's nothing you can really do about it. You can get like Color Monkey and you can do a calibration between your monitor and your printer. Still might be a little bit off, but that's the only way to be able to like how you see it on the computer, how it kind of prints out. So there's a certain way you have to print. It's just a whole process. But that calibrator will cost you a couple $100 to be able to calibrate your monitor to your printer. So I have a bunch of different printers. I have a Roland BN20, which is it takes 20-inch media, but it only prints about 18.5-inch wide. That is a EcoSolvent printer. That is what was used to make these. This is not sticker paper from an inkjet. You can do the same process. Are you going to get the same quality? Absolutely not. So this is on what's called Orajet, but you can also print to like Oracle 651s. So it's just being able to print on actual vinyl, and it's thin. It's not thick. So I use my Roland BN20 for that. At some point, I want to get the bigger printer. I also have for sublimation, I have an Epson 7720. I have 2 of them for sublimation. I also still have an Epson 7720 that I use for pigment ink. I have a Canon tank printer. It's like an 8.5 one. It's a 3272. That one is dye-based ink. I have a Canon TC20, which is a 24-inch pigment ink printer. The laser printer died, so I don't have that one anymore. I do have 7820s and 7840s, which I don't really use. My 7840 is pigment ink, and I just use the Epson ink in that one from time to time, but I don't use it very much because it prints slower to me. What else? I think that's all the printers. Yeah, I think that's all of them. Yeah, so I have quite a few printers. This light is bright as all get out. All right, so that's everything. Kind of showed you guys some of how I actually operate. You see some, you saw, if you're just sure, you have to watch the beginning. I showed like the Monster Jam Valentine that I'm working on for my son's school because he's obsessed with monster trucks. We're going to Monster Jam at the end of the month. I showed you guys like modifying letters. Oh, actually, no, first it was being able to make your own shapes by just doodling. Oh, and here is my print. Well, that was on my desk. So that thing that you saw me trace. Hold on, I'm trying to pull this. Ugh, got candy on it. So I just put it on a piece of cardstock. The brighter the paper, the better. Try and avoid any shadows. I took a picture of it, sent it to myself. I'm able to trace it, do a little bit of modification with edit points, or use it as my guide to create the shape with other shapes. Then we did the word love and we adjusted it. And then I showed you guys how I take a design from Canva, bring it over into Silhouette Studio, showed you some design things with that as far as like making it smaller. It doesn't change the quality. So we went through a lot in 2.5 hours. A lot. So with everything I dropped, I'm hoping and praying that this was not all in vain, that you guys gave this video a like. Save the video if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube. So go save it for watch later. Make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure that you are following me. Share it out. Tag a friend. I should still see comments going on here, asking questions, tagging friends, because we went over a lot. I think every single creative can benefit from something that was shown in this live demonstration for the past basically 2 hours, because we kind of had like the intro part. So for 2 hours, it has been non-stop knowledge. And I'm hoping you'll do me one even better and visit our website, shop.hsinc365.com. If you don't know, yes, I teach amazingly. I'm the best teacher ever. But we also have a sublimation product that's amazing to match. Our sublimation paper allows you to sublimate as low as 365 degrees. So gone are the days. You will not have to bake under your heat press at 400 degrees. If you got a heat press that's like, the heat be fluctuating and go under, you want our paper. 365 degrees, and you don't have to press it for 60 seconds. 30 seconds is all it takes on all substrates except for ceramic, glass, slate, and acrylic. So it does not matter if it's a polyester shirt, if it is MDF, if it is like the metal cards, or if you're going to do like tumblers in a heat press, 30 seconds, that's it. Our ink bottles are 140 milliliters, so you get more bang for your buck. It is double the size of most companies. And here, my mouse pad, you can see. Now, this light makes stuff look a little funky, but there's that. It really is black in person, but this light makes the black look purplish for some reason. I'm trying to see what else do we have in here. So even sublimating to glitter HTV, still 365, 30 seconds. So this is a shirt, and y'all, that one is a little bit better as far as the black. So that is glitter HTV here. The gray is right on the shirt. That's sublimated right to the shirt. The black and the gray outline is some of the shadow is right to the shirt. But anywhere there's polka dots in here, that is glitter. That is glitter HTV, and we sublimate to it. 365 degrees, 30 seconds. This is a two-step process for this. You can see these amazing colors over here. Oh, now see, that looks black. I don't know why on my mouse pad it doesn't. Look at those colors. 365, 30 seconds. This is a Dollar Tree pillowcase. vibrant colors. You can do your tumblers in 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes, depending on the colors, maybe 5 in the oven. I use a regular oven. You don't have to use a convection oven. I do mine in a regular conventional oven that does not have a convection setting. We do have rolls. We normally do them as pre-orders. There's a few that I'm not sure if even put them on the site yet, but you can use those to do like all over shirts, and you don't have to piece together a bunch of sheets. You can do the rolls and piece together like 3 long runs of prints versus a bunch of like individual sheets. And then I'm always testing and doing stuff like that. So even when something's messed up, I use that shirt as like a little tester to test different things. So you can see the quality of colors. Oh, look, perfect. Remember I said about the different settings? Look at this. Same exact image. There is an ICM, a no color adjustment, and Adobe RGB Gamma 1.8. Look at how different those colors are on each one of those. The colors are different. So settings matter, which is why if you plan to use different print settings, you want to print your color charts out in all of those settings, okay? And we have amazing classes. We have a design class utilizing Silhouette Studio and Canva on January 15th. We are going to be designing Valentine's Day cards and candygrams, but the things that I will teach you design-wise, you can apply that to any design. We have our creative lounge. We meet monthly. I mean, we meet weekly every single month. It is subscription-based. It is, you can do month-to-month for $36.50. You can do a subscription-based month-to-month for $25.63. We also have a 3-month option and an annual option. We meet every single Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's like you get to connect with me. If you enjoyed what you saw here, being with me on Zoom where you can unmute, you can ask your questions. If it is something that you need help with on, like that you're designing on, you can share your screen. I can help you through that. So you want to join the Creative Lounge because you get you get direct access to me for me to be able to help you in your creative journey. And we also have discussions on all sorts of different things. If it's not like a Q&A one, I'll come in with like a specific discussion. I am doing mentorship. I am taking on 50 people and 50 people only for 6 months to help you like just jumpstart everything that you need to know. There is a qualification for it. Be on the lookout for that to see if you qualify. You'll be able to contact to see if you qualify to be a part of the 50 people that I will personally mentor and hold you accountable. And it will be a 6-month period. So definitely check that out. We have Photoshop classes, party favorite classes, memorial designing classes, text effects, the switch up, pricing for profit, pricing therapy sessions 1 and 2. There's a lot of great classes. So I will drop a code. Let me go. I use Shopify. I also teach Shopify. So if you're interested in doing a website, go through me. So if you want to do a website, send me an email first. I'll get you set up to where I can set your Shopify, like get you all set up and give you a little bit more time to decide, and really play around with it. Because if you just go through it yourself, although it might be a promotional one, if you're not quite ready to set up, in order for you to even access your account, you have to put it in maintenance mode and continue to pay on that every single month. But I have an option. I have a way to get you kind of going and set up. And then once you're ready to make it go live, you can do that. If it takes you 6 months to figure out your site, you don't have to pay anything extra. So get at me, the professor at hsinc365.com if you're interested in that. Okay. So let me go over here to Shopify. Let me drop y'all a little discount code. It will work on classes. If you are in the Creative Lounge, remember that you have exclusive codes. You are the only ones that right now that are getting any type of discounts on any product. So if you want discounts on our amazing products, you have to join the Creative Lounge. You also get you always have 50% off of every single class that we offer, 40% off of everything else on the website that's not an HS Inc or HS Inc product. And then the HS Inc products, it is a 30% off, 20% discount on all HS Inc products or Honestly Speaking products. Okay, so Let's see here. Oh, okay. Wow. Very, very, very nice. All right, so I'm going to drop a little discount code. So let's add discounts off collections, and we're going to do academy classes. So classes. Actually, you know what? Cancel. Let's go back over here. I'm going to clone because I don't feel like going back through that. So let me clone this one right here. Bam. Let me duplicate this one. Duplicate. And so y'all can't get more than my creative lounger, so I can only give you 40%. And we're going to make this, no apostrophe, of course, let's create 40. So I will do that. We're going to save that. It is active. We're going to go ahead, copy that link. I'm going to drop it. But it's let's create 40. And that will get you 40% off of any classes. Now, I do see that there was someone that purchased. I will calculate it, and I will send you a gift card for the difference. And maybe you want to get some more classes. So I do see that somebody came on here and purchased quite a few classes. So I will honor that discount. I'm guessing, look at the time you did that while we were live. So I will honor that, and I will email you a gift card so that you can utilize that for products, classes, because everybody has now it's a 40% off discount. Okay. Yes. So I saw that you did it. So I will honor that, and I will send you a gift card for the difference. Especially because of how you paid. This is very informative video. Thanks. You are welcome. Thanks, Professor. Always dropping knowledge. Best paper around. She says, well worth it. Can't wait for more info on the mentorship program. Thank you for all the information on all things silhouettes. We did a little bit of Canva today too. You will never have to ask what someone charged. Ask someone what to charge if you take the profit by the numbers or any of the pricing class. Yeah, so it's called back in the day it was called profit by the numbers, and then we have pricing therapy, and yes, profit by the numbers is what it was called. Let's see. Yeah, so that was that. Yep, there we go. Let's create 40. Let's create 40. That link that I just posted I don't know how it'll show up on YouTube, but that will take you right to it, and it'll automatically do it. But it's also at the end. So it's right there. Let's create 40. That is the code. You'll get 40% off of any classes. If you are going to use Sezzle or you're going to use Shop Pay, buy now, pay later, make sure that you choose the buy now, pay later option. If we see that you are using buy now, pay later, but you use the regular one, we will just basically go refund you and remove it, and you have to do it the right way. So if you are going to use any buy now, pay later options, you must choose the buy now, pay later option on there. Okay. Oh, thank you. I almost forgot. So Focus Blue. Okay, y'all, lock in real quick. Man, we're at 2.5 hours. Focus Blueprint. All right. And we actually had an orientation session today. We have another one on the 23rd. We have an orientation session just so I can kind of really break down how to get the most out of the blueprint. And by then, the third segment of the blueprint will release. So I'm kind of giving it to you little by little. The Focus Blueprint. Let me just take you over to my website. Thank you so much for keeping me. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So focus blueprint. It is, so it's going to connect to our Academy site, but it's not a class. So it was the easiest way for me to kind of do it and for you guys to be able to have access to like the orientation, like email, like the instructional videos for it. If you get it now, you'll get access to the instruction videos. Eventually the workbook only, because at 1365 you won't get any additional nothing with that. That's going to end up being separate, but for the launch of this you will get access to some helpful like videos and be able to attend the Zoom sessions. Now the orientation session is not the sessions that is for the group support and accountability. That's something different. Those emails with those links will be sent out separately. This one is just kind of like a Q&A, and just so that you understand how to get the most out of it. It is not the group support and accountability. That is going to be starting up, very, very soon here. But what the focus blueprint is, it is, as you can see, roadmap to clarity, purpose, and progress. It's broken up into 4 segments. Self-assessment. And in that self-assessment, there's a series of questions to help you define your why, discover your focus blocks, and decide who you want to serve. That is one of the biggest issues is as crafters, you're in these groups, hold on, let me allow you to see my face, okay? Y'all are in too many goddamn craft groups, okay? You're in too many. It's too much going on. There's no continuity, and you are feeling pulled 30,000 different directions, and you don't know what to do. You have no clarity. Some of you guys are making money. You got sales, you have orders, but you're like, damn it, I don't understand why I don't know where the money went. You keep buying this after this, trying to follow every single trend. You have no clarity. You procrastinate. Some of y'all are just straight up lazy. You have no goals. You do not know the proper way. Some people say, oh, I have goals. I want to start my business. I want to start a website. I want to, some people go and they'll say like, they'll be somewhat specific and say they want to make a certain amount of money. You want to learn Silhouette. You want to become a better designer. You may have to break that up, and we have like mastery, continuous, future prep, and then systems. So there are different goal segmentations. So you don't know how to properly set goals, how to put end dates on things. You have these goals, but you're not putting any real expectations on them. It's just like, they're just out there. You have nothing to monitor them by and just be able to record your success and celebrate wins. That is what this is for. It's for you to have clarity on what it is that you do. So there's a self-assessment to really help you narrow it down, maybe be able to get rid of like some of these things that you got, like it was trends. This don't really work for you. It doesn't work with your schedule. It doesn't work with your workspace. You're not able to really market that. The way that this is set up is if you are someone that suffers from anxiety or just like being scared to like get on camera, to be able to talk to people, if you cannot articulate what it is that you do, someone asks about your business and you're just you kind of shell up, you kind of clam up, this blueprint and the way that we have it set up will help you overcome that. I guarantee it. So it says a self-assessment, then it has this decluttering process. And most people think declutter, like, I don't have time for that. I ain't got time to break this room down. The way that it's set up, I promise you, it is the most innovative way of decluttering because of the exercise I have you do. You can get more organized and you do not have to pull apart your entire workspace. Trust me when I say it. It's a digital aspect to it, but you got to kind of, you got to get the workbook. You'll see how it's broken down, and then come to like, the orientation. We'll have several of them every single month because I'm pretty sure people are going to buy that blueprint every single month. So we'll always have orientations. The orientations are not like saved and, you just watch them all back because it's so many of them. It'll be so many of them. You just have to choose one and attend it. So right now you have access to the self-assessment because I want you to take your time. The first part of it is 6 questions, and there's 15 questions, and then there's think 6 more questions as well for the decide who you serve, and then the decluttering process. So I want you to kind of get through that. And then the next part will release next week because we've had our first orientation session this week. So it will release next week, which is the goal segmentation. And then in February, the success mapping will happen. So what focus stands for, all right? It is a framework optimized for creatively unlocking success. Okay. Is that right? Yeah. Framework optimized for creatively unlocking success. The way that this is set up is ingenious. And every single section of the focus blueprint has its own focus statement. So for instance, the self-assessment, it's facing obstacles, clarify unspoken struggles. You guys struggle with some things and you don't really, you're not facing them head on. The decluttering is find order, clears unproductive surroundings. The goal segmentation is focus objectives, can uncover strengths. And for goal mapping, it's forging organization creates unstoppable systems, because that's the whole goal, is to get to systems. Successful businesses works off of systems, not just being fly by, by the seat of your pants and just kind of being all over the place and just winging it. You got to have some effective systems. And that's what the focus blueprint is designed to kind of get you started in there, to find those goals, help you start to set up those systems. And then you'll either, you can work with me, you can work with others. So there's some people that are really, really great with them, depending on what type of system you're trying to do, how you're trying to build your business. That will set the framework and the foundation. And you may have to have someone to help you really bring it all together. Really, really work with them outside of just the focus blueprint. So you can get just the workbook only. We will have printed copies with some bonuses to it. So we're working to get that part finalized. And then we have one where you can get the digital copy, the workbook, and get access to the support group and accountability group to just make sure that we're working on our goals. We're, actually answering the questions. I cried. Was that 2 days ago? There was someone, she recorded hers as a voice memo and then she sent them to me via inbox. Oh, I was in here boohoo crying, because I was like, just listening to her answers and the fact that she actually went through it, and I was in here crying. So I want more of that when we have our accountability sessions, and just, get you used to talking these things out and letting other people hear your voice, and you learning to like the sound of your voice, so that you can talk freely and clearly about your business, so that you can promote it to others. Okay. She says, "Oh, you stepping on all my toes. My bad. Oh, honey. Okay. I'm gonna really step on some toes. I'm gonna show y'all something. Hold on 1 second. Oh, look, it's already pulled up. Look at God. Look at God. Okay. I'm gonna show you something. Okay. Okay. So why focus matter? Some people always say procrastination, right? So I'll tell the intro of this says procrastination, overwhelm, unfinished projects are often symptoms of scattered focus, not a lack of creativity or talent. Focus matters to give you the ability to prioritize what truly aligns with your goals. Say goodbye to distractions. Yes, even that one-stop shop mindset, and build habits that make progress feel natural and achievable. Okay, so we're going to go to the compatibility checklist. I'm going to share this with you. If these apply to you, you may want to get the focus blueprint. Okay, let's go through them. All right. And if for every number that applies to you, put it in the chat. Okay. Number 1, starts but never. Okay. This workbook is for the overwhelmed creative who feels stuck, scattered, and frustrated because their ideas are plentiful, but their progress is minimal. Okay. It is for anyone who can check off at least one of the boxes below. Check all that apply. Y'all ready? Starts but never finishes. Your craft room is full of half-finished projects and abandoned ideas that once excited you, but now just collect dust. That's number one. Number two, buys more than you use. You spent money on tools, materials, and equipment, convinced they are the missing pieces to your success, only to let them sit untouched because you are too overwhelmed to start or finish it. Number three, you're drowning in clutter, okay? Your physical space mirrors your mental chaos with supplies you can't even remember buying and a workspace that feels like a storage unit than a sanctuary for creativity. That's number three. Y'all can be honest, okay? She says, I had all of mine checked off, okay? She's like, all of them. Number four, you feel paralyzed by choices. You got too many, okay? You don't know where to begin because every idea competes for your attention. And you're trying to do it all at once leaves you doing nothing at all. That's number four. Number five, mistakes procrastination for laziness. Y'all ain't lazy. You call yourself lazy, but the truth is your brain is overloaded and the lack of focus to decide what to prioritize. That is number five. Number six, you try and follow every trend. Every trend. You chase every new craft, new tool, or trend, hoping it will spark inspiration, only to fall behind and feel like you'll never catch up. That's number six. Okay? Number seven, struggles to see results. You've poured time and energy into your craft or side hustle, but the lack of completion or clear direction means you are not seeing the growth or satisfaction you desire. You're wanting to do this and you're just like, I'm just not, it's not connecting. I feel like everything I make is just not good enough. You're not seeing your desired results. That is number seven. Number eight, avoids hard truths. You don't want to admit saying yes to every idea or impulse purchase is really saying no to your goals and focus. When you are saying yes to everything, you have no real goals, no real focus. You are saying no to those because you're taking on everything. That's number eight. Number nine, wants success but fears failure. You dream of turning your creativity into something more, but the fear of not being good enough keeps you stuck in analysis paralysis. That is number nine. How many of these would you have checked off? How many of these would you have checked off? Somebody said all of them, all nine, nine, all of them. Yes, yes. So 8, which one are you missing? Which one doesn't apply to you? I like when people don't have the all. I like to see like which one doesn't apply to them. So all, okay. I want to know from you, which number doesn't apply to you? So let me tell y'all, I know the majority of the people, it's all of them, right? The next line on this says, yes, you checked that many boxes, okay? Because it's like, God dang, I'm that bad. So right now, you are laughing to keep from crying. But if you are brave enough to just turn the page, the journey to better focus and increase productivity can begin. And guess what? Stop staring at it. It won't change. Turn the page. You checked off that many, okay? She's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if you check this off, you need to head on over to the website and you need to get that focus blueprint. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. It's going to be a great investment. And if you do the work, you will make that back 1,000-fold. Okay. Go get the focus blueprint. Tell a friend to tell a friend, tell a friend, because you want you an accountability partner. No, you can't have my copy. Get your own copy so that you can come to the Zoom sessions and be prepared to transform your focus, which is going to help you be more successful. Okay. So that is on the website as well. Shop.hsinc365.com. So just go straight to our website. It's the focus blueprint. Okay. I got to go because it is way past somebody's bedtime. He's probably sleeping because he came at my door. So I got to go. Until next time, have a great one, guys. Continue to unlock your creativity, be incredible, and I will see you next week, Wednesday. So that's when, I don't know, it's the new year. I haven't done a Saturday live, so I might do one on Saturday. If not, I will see you guys on next week, Wednesday. Until next time, guys. Peace.